Hi there, and welcome to episode one of Alien Earth-616. This is going to be AIM Team 1. If you haven't, I suggest you, if you'd like, to check out our session zero that we had, really go into the background of some of the gentlemen's characters that you've got on your screen right now. But let's give a quick review of who's playing who. OMJ, let's start with you.
Yeah, hi, I'm OMJ, and I will be playing Carter Moreau, call sign Mother Hen, who is an AIM medic. Should probably get a lot of work because of that.
I'm sure all the OSHA rules are being followed in this AIM
Absolutely.
building that we're starting the game off in. Okay. Pace, tell us about Bevan.
Bevan Bouchard. He's a Northern Canadian boy, former hockey player in the senior AAA. He was the goaltender at the time. Got kicked out for experimenting on his gear and his tech. A little jaded about that, so found his way eventually to AIM to work on their tech and without limits or restraints.
Very good. Copy.
Hello there. I'm playing Dr. Elias Cade. He is a biological forensic scientist, and he's been recruited by AIM for his knowledge and his experience in working with some species that may or may not be locally from planet Earth. And he's very excited to take a look at to anything that seems peculiar or paranormal. So yeah, looking forward to getting into it.
All right, Billy.
Oh yeah, hello, I'm Billy, and I'm playing Greg Henshaw, a what do you call him, security guard who is kind of looking to move up through the ranks, and his meticulous attention to detail is something that AIM is particularly fond of. So it's kind of got him in, some good standing. He does security at the front door. He's a little bit of a bumbling, falling into situations, but sometimes comes out okay every once in a while. And that's the gist of that one.
All right, and Aaron.
My name is Aaron. I'm playing Mickey the Canary. He's an ex-convict that signed up for one of AIM's test subject programs. He's not really good at very much, but he could survive.
And that's going to be helpful given the alien theme that we're going to be having in this particular campaign. So a few notes. One, we are running a little experiment here in that all the characters are rank 0 to start, which of course is not a formal rule, but something we've talked about on the channel. So this is a little bit of a play test to see how that might work. The other thing to mention is that this game is going to be part of a shared world. Right now, and we'll put the link in the description to this video as we did in the last video, but you can join a Discord. And there are, I think, 9 different campaigns with, I think, 8 different narrators. It's between 7 and 9 different games going on right now, where people have decided to carve out a little area of the world where something similar will be happening to what will be unveiled in today's game. So if you'd like to participate in that, all you got to do is grab a narrator, or if you're a narrator, grab a group, join the Discord, claim a faction that hasn't already been claimed. We have a channel there that lists all of the different factions that have been claimed. So factions could be anything from AIM, as we've got going on here, to the New Mutants, to what are some of the other ones we've got? We've got
Roxxon.
Savage. We got a group in the Savage Lands. What was that, Billy?
Roxxon.
Roxxon. Yep. Roxxon hasn't been
Oh no,
claimed
I haven't
yet,
been
I don't
named yet.
think, but that's an example of one. Damage Control would be another one. Were recently in the Power Man, geez, Wonder Man
Whatever. Yeah.
show
Yeah.
that just came out, which was excellent. And Damage Control had a little bit to do with that. No major spoilers there. But yeah, if there's a little corner of the Marvel universe that you like, especially if it's rank 3 or lower, we're going to keep this thematic with Alien, right? Alien themed games wouldn't be fun if Captain Marvel came in and just killed all the aliens. Yeah, so that's one way you can kind of be a part of this. The other way is you're going to see we've got some NPCs that are going to be a pretty important part for as long as they're alive of this game. One of the first ones we'll meet was collaborated on with by Tom Mannering, who had a super chat, super thanks in one of the comments, and had an opportunity with that to work with me on fleshing out an NPC that it's a way that he could just kind of be a part of the world we got. So if you do have an NPC that you want to suggest or one that you want to flesh out, maybe give a little secret to or some agenda or something else, then by all means hit me up with one of those super chats and I'll reach out, or you can reach out and we can plan something really evil and sneaky and awful for these folks. So that's all I've got. So let's jump into things. And what we can do is, Billy, we're going to start with Greg Henshaw.
Perfect.
We'll say it's February 1st, the day we are recording this, and pretty cold in New York City. And you are at the front desk of the AIM headquarters. We've talked about a little bit about the headquarters we've got. We've got some sort of legitimate floors of the building, and then we've got some secret stuff going on down below. And you're working the front desk as you often do. And a lot of times when you're working the front desk, you don't have a lot of leeway to get up and go. You don't really have a lunch break per se. But luckily, there's a particularly kind employee by the name of Sophie White, who happens to be the on-site therapist for AIM. And as she's done several times in the past, she will sit with you and kind of have some lunch, get your lunch. So there's Sophie's profile there. You might have seen this posted online, but this is an excerpt from a an employee newsletter that goes out by email once a month or something like that. So what's Henshaw having for lunch, do you think?
Uh, Ham and cheese and ranch dressing, sandwich, maybe some Twinkies.
All right, you're really
Yeah,
making her
Dr.
go. All
Pepper.
right. Let's
Dr.
well,
Pepper.
all right. So it's something you brought from home
Yeah, this
rather
time.
than okay, cool. All right, yeah. So you get yeah,
If she's gonna sit down with me, I'm there,
right.
which
Okay,
is
great.
rare.
Yep,
Which is
yep. So
rare.
you got a bag lunch you brought in, and we'll say you see Sophie walking through the front doors. Of course, she knows you before she even thinks to go through the turnstile they got there. She badges in just like everyone else. There's a green light, bing, and she's able to walk through the. It's not a turnstile. It's a sort of an automatic, a couple of metal bars that open up, allowing her to walk through. And say there's like a little bit of a front desk area that you're sitting behind. Some of your responsibilities would be, of course, if somebody doesn't have a badge or they can't get in, you would stop. You would ask to see who they're visiting. And they usually have one guard at either side of the building, and you're on the right side as you're looking at the building. So Sophie comes in, sits behind the
Uh,
desk with you.
Hello, Miss White.
Oh, Greg, hey, how are you doing? What's going on? What's the hot goss? And she
Oh,
opens up. She's got a salad from a local place that she opens up as she sits down next to you.
just a typical day in New York. Little chilly today. A little snow drifting in here. Nothing we can't handle around here. Just got to clean up in the front foyer and not letting anybody drag anything in past me. No dirt, no past front security office here.
Yeah, so she'll laugh, and she'll talk to you. She'll ask, she starts off as she often does with just some small talk, and then she's the on-site therapist, so of course she'll sneak in some like, so how are you feeling? How's how have things been going? Uh, you know, at work.
Going good so far. Going good. No major issues. As long as the paychecks keep rolling in, I can keep putting food on the table. Good. No major issues at this point.
Well, you're very highly regarded, I know, so I don't think that'll ever be a problem for you here.
Oh,
But
shucks. I don't see how that's possible, but And he blushes.
all right, just as she's about to uh, go into another topic, you can see her kind of thinking of something to bring up. You hear a very loud noise coming from above. Almost sounds like an explosion. Uh, and Sophie kind of looks up, like, what was that? And she looks
Uh,
down. She's like, was that like an earthquake? Um,
we don't. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I mean, it's not like we get many earthquakes in New York.
yeah. Uh, the walls begin to rumble a little bit, and you see a shadow from outside, and you can see a couple of the folks walking by. It's New York City, so there's tons of people walking by, looking up, and a couple of them scream.
I'd be like, I got my little radio comm Henshaw to the front desk. Everything okay up there?
We'll say you don't get an immediate response from that.
Okay. Miss White, I'm sorry to cut this short, but I probably got to get back up front just to make sure everything's okay.
Yeah. Um, before that, before you're even able to finish that, you
Mhm.
can see again that the front of the building is still sort of in shadow. You can see inside the building, maybe from ceiling tiles moving a little bit, some dust coming down. The lights flicker for a moment, go out, then come right back on. It's still daylight, so you never lose sight of what's happening, but they come back on maybe a little dimmer than they were before. And you can see people beginning to look up and then beginning to scatter.
Okay. So in that case, is again, it's like I don't know what's going on, but and again, I hate to cut this short, but I'm going to have to get up to the front desk and see if anybody needs some assistance
Yeah.
and check
And
it.
and we'll say like you're actually sitting at the front, the front desk. You're just sitting
Oh, okay.
like
I thought
like
we were
she kind of walked around. Like
my
imagine the
fault. I was
front
thinking
desk
we were on the
goes like
cafeteria.
across the
Okay.
whole. Yeah, you don't get to like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
have time off from working. So as
Gotcha.
you're talking to her, every once in a while, you gotta like,
Okay.
you were like tending to somebody, keeping your eye on somebody.
So then, can
Um,
I make my way after I dismiss myself out the front door then,
uh,
or
yeah, yeah. So we'll say like you can kind of walk around, and maybe she's gonna kind of walk like almost like behind you, almost like not quite cowering, but like not wanting to just sit out, like not knowing what's going on. No ego check needed. You can plainly tell she's scared.
am
Definitely
I
not
the only
smoking.
one on duty up front if I was eating my sandwich, or is there another?
Yeah, yeah. There's another guy. We'll say it's your immediate supervisor is working the other side. His name is Calvin Carpenter, and we'll say what you had overheard him talking just briefly is there's somebody who was looking to get in, who had an appointment with somebody, and there was some minor inconsistency with the paperwork. Let's say his name was Robert on his ID, but the meeting said Rob, and you're like, oh, he's like, oh no, I can't let you in. The meeting here is for Rob Leibowitz, not Robert. That's a completely different person. And he's like, no, that's me. I'm here. I'm for the meeting. And they both kind of turn around as well, looking at the people outside and this commotion. So
I
we'll
said,
say,
Mister.
yeah,
Oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. I was just say, Mr. Carpenter, sir. I'll check this out. You just stay put, and maintain the front door, sir.
Yeah,
You
and we'll
don't
say
mind.
at this point, he's kind of stopped too, and he's looking outside, and like you two make eye contact, and we'll say he tells the guy to like just sit right there, and this guy Rob/Robert is on the other side of the front desk.
Okay.
They have like a little camera set up so you can get a temporary badge like you do in a
Yeah.
lot of office buildings. So this guy is on the other side, and Calvin, your boss, is on the sort of the secure side, let's call it, behind that long desk. So as you make eye contact and as you communicate a little bit, we'll say that there is a very loud explosion that happens. So what I need you to do is roll initiative for me.
Okay.
And I'm gonna roll.
I got a 16 with a 1 in my vigilance, so 17.
That is excellent.
Beauty. First roll of the game, knocking it out. All right.
All right, that is good. That's going to give you some options here. So,
Okay.
so what you see is essentially it looks like part of the building, a not insignificant part of the building, is crashing down onto the ground from
The bar
above.
building?
It looks like I mean,
Okay.
it's coming from directly above.
Directly above, okay.
So you would imagine. People are scattering. You can plainly see not everyone got out from this. Chunks of the building fall. The glass, which was bulletproof, nonetheless smashes. It does so it doesn't splinter into tiny little shards, but nonetheless, catapults towards you, along with dust, probably no small amount of asbestos, and quite a bit of blood just explodes and comes towards you. At this point, Sophie has moved next to you.
Am I able
Because
to
you
shield
had-
her
Yeah.
somehow if I need to?
Yeah. So if you want, you can use an interpose to
Yes.
get directly in front of her if you'd like.
Yeah, natural instinct would be to shield her if she's close to me to try and take us. I mean, I don't know what's coming at me or how hard it's going
Sure.
to hit me, but I'm going to try and protect her.
Okay. Give yourself a karma point for that right there.
Well, thank you.
And
See, copy. That's how it's done.
Um,
More karma points. Take those.
burn him.
I'm not even sure how many health you have, so this could be a very short scene. Take 10 health because I rolled kind of good on that.
I'm at 20. I had
Oh,
one
you
of the
had 30.
higher-
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll say
Am I still on my feet?
this blast would have taken Sophie out in one
Okay.
shot. And you can see, Rob/Robert, you can't even see him from where you are. So he must have fallen down, but Calvin is still kind of up but bloodied.
Is everybody okay? Are we still standing? Like, even though I shielded her, we're still standing. That didn't knock us over.
Yeah, you're still standing. We'll say it. There's there's a wall behind the desk, and there's just basically it's to prevent it. There are only two ways to get in. You've only got a couple of turnstiles on either side of the building. The desk, and behind the desk, there's this big wall, floor to ceiling, just so people can only go in through one of two areas, just in case anyone tried to jump over. Yeah, not that that's ever happened here, but you could more easily sort of defend, I guess, against that, prevent people from gaining access.
Miss White, are you okay? Are you
Yeah,
okay?
we'll say you both get bounced up against that. You're sturdy enough where you didn't like crush her or anything, but we'll say, her hair is blown back. Both of you have this grayish white dust. That could be like almost like concrete dust. That's covering you. And we'll say even like the way she kind of turned her head, it's like half of her face and her hand is covered, and there's almost like a handprint where that dust isn't from her face, and she's just looking like dazed, and
That's why
she
I'm
looks
asking if she's
terrified.
okay.
Yeah.
To get confirmation from her if she was okay.
Yeah. She's up, she's conscious, she's terrified, and she's just like what was that?
I have no idea, but there's a lot of blood. Apparently, I need to get out there maybe and check and see if there are other people need help. And did we say Calvin's last name is Carpenter? Is that right?
Carpenter, yes.
Okay.
Calvin Carpenter.
The famous Marvel thing, the double. What is that?
I had considered that. Yeah. Yeah.
was like,
I picked Carpenter because you told me he was very strict and very like rigid. And I'm like, oh, kind of like wood. I'm like, what'll help me remember his personality? And I said,
okay.
Carpenter, why not? All
Well, if
right.
she's okay, then I guess I'm going to try and see what's going on outside the building. If there's anybody that needs assistance out there as well, or I guess I should check on Mr. Carpenter. You said there's blood, and maybe check on Rob in there first. I want to make sure I secure the scene inside the building first. Then I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah. We'll say you see Rob is lying there on the ground. He appears to be unconscious.
I guess I'll move over and see if unconscious means dead or just actually unconscious. I don't know if I can feel for a pulse if I'm smart enough to do that. I mean,
Yeah.
I got
Give me a logic check.
here goes with the -1. Oh, actually, I rolled a 16 -1, so 15.
Holy moly. Yeah,
God,
you are
nice.
able to
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, we were looking for I was going to assign 10 just because that's the stop bleeding kind of
yeah.
roll, so figured it's the same. So, yeah, let's say he's got a pulse. We'll say because his back was to the blast, he didn't see it coming. He had nowhere to dodge, and it really cracked him in the back of the head. So you're pretty sure this guy is like concussed at
Yeah.
the very least, but probably
Alive.
not in danger of dying.
Okay.
And as you know, as you're doing that, you know, you can hear more and more sounds coming from above. You still see a shadow and there's still rubble and stuff coming down. And every bit of rubble will kick something into your general area. So there's concrete and chunks of metal and glass that's being sprayed kind of near you. We'll say you're only about, let's call it 15 feet from where the glass in front of the building was. And yeah, there's just all of this rubble. I mean, and it obstructs almost your entire view. I mean, there's still like daylight coming in. It's not like pure solid. There's still cracks and stuff, but yeah, it still looks like the sunlight from above. And well, it's about noon, so the sun should be more or less above you. Is obscured, and then you hear another very loud crash coming from just a cacophony of sounds coming from within a few blocks, maybe the Times Square area. So let's say west from where you are.
It's like, Mr. Carpenter, sir, this sounds bad. This sounds like a major situation here. So, and then I will kind of probably hang back again, make sure that everybody's in here, but try and get a peek out and see when it's clear enough and once debris stops falling to make my way out of the building to one, assess the situation and see if anybody else needs some assistance.
Yeah,
If
we'll
that's
say that, but before you do that, um, Carpenter's on his comms and he's talking to somebody, and you just hear him say, "Sir, sir, yes, sir," uh, and then he'll just point at you and go, "Henshaw, uh, back inside. Uh, we're shutting it down." And he lifts up a compartment maybe that you didn't even know was there. This sort of hidden panel in the desk, and you can see a key. Actually, it wouldn't be a key. It would be a keypad of some kind, and he types in a code, and there's a button there, and he hits the button.
I say, sir, yes, sir. I follow orders and I back away from the
Yep.
door.
And as he hits the button, you see two. One, you hear a rumble coming from below, and then there are two barriers that come up from the ground right on the inside of where this glass had gotten blown out.
We're on lockdown.
Yep. One of the barriers manages to get all the way up into the ceiling, knocking some of the debris away. The other one, there's too much rubble there. I mean, there's rebar and massive amounts of concrete, nothing that any normal person could possibly move, even with, handheld tools of some kind, levers and crowbars and whatnot. And it just gets stuck like halfway. And Carpenter goes, "Shit, come on, well, let's go." And then he he begins running towards the back.
Go deeper in, like actually go into the building.
Yeah, to actually
Okay.
kind of go into the building. And you can see at this point, there's normally what happens in a situation like this or in a fire, all of the elevators will come down to the first floor. That's standard because if they are working and there is a need for emergency services, they need to have access to those elevators if they have to get somewhere and quickly. So all of the elevators have come down, and you can actually not all of them. Some of them have come down.
Okay.
Some of them you can see the lights aren't even on in those particular elevator bays. So yeah, so Sophie probably needs a hand, so you can kind of like just kind of hustle
All
her.
right.
Yeah,
Like,
and Carpenter just goes towards the back, and you make your way. You know, let's say in buildings like this, there's different elevator bays. So if you want to go to the first to the 10th floor, it's elevator bay A,
yeah.
11th to the 20th. And they're all labeled. Let's say there's 50-ish floors to this building, but there's a couple elevators that are 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 labeled are not labeled, and those are to go down, and they're a little bit secluded. So he goes down there, and he's talking. He's still talking to somebody on the phone or on his earpiece. And he goes, "Sir, yes, sir." But okay, nope, it's understood. Yep, level 3. I've got it. And then you get to the elevator, and it's just you, Sophie, and him. And he gets to the elevator, and he says, "Sorry, you can't come. It's level 3. You don't have access."
What's level? What level 3? What? Why don't I have access? You're just gonna leave me here?
And Sophie's like saying the same thing, except she's saying it with like a little more flavor. You're like, what the fuck do you mean? Level 3? It's like, and then I mean, and you've heard his tone before. You've heard Calvin's tone, and he's like, per section 4.B.3C in the security handbook, no person can be allowed into restricted area without official sign off from the director of security. And right now, I do not have that. So I'm sorry, but you'll have to stay here. And then as he says that, there's like another explosion, and this time you can see like light, like you can see the explosion
Holy cow! I was like,
happening.
we can't stay here. And can I like maybe try and cite some sort of loophole security thing that would
Sure,
give
yeah.
me?
Give me let's see if your dice hold out. Give me a logic check,
That's what I was afraid of.
and I'm going to do one for Sophie as well.
Oh, okay. I got a Marvel,
Okay.
Nice.
but hold
Nice.
on. But the other two dice are 1 and 2.
That's nice.
That's
So
an 8
Karma.
total.
so 8 total, yes, with a Marvel.
All right, so let's think about what a fantastic failure
Uh,
might look like,
so I'm
and
spouting
maybe
off some
it's
sort of alternate code.
Karma.
well. Let's
Oh,
see. I'll give you the opportunity to go back, but let's see. Let's get a suggestion from you.
oh
Let's say
man.
you're racking your brain and you can't think of a sort of anything written in the handbook that would get around this. The handbook is pretty tight. The security handbook is pretty
Yeah.
tight.
Oh man, I don't know. Like maybe there's some other alternate area that we can go to that's a safe spot that maybe we don't have clearance to, but is still okay. I don't know if that jives well with the story. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we'll say this is the only elevator that can take you down, and he preemptively cuts off any sort of logical uh, loophole here. And then he'll say, and finally, as you know, the interpretation of these laws is up to the senior person in any given situation. And there's no way around it. That's me.
Ah, man. So you're just gonna leave us here to die, possibly? That's. Oh man, that just doesn't seem very very fair. We got Miss Sophie here to Miss White to that I got we got to try and take care of her.
And you hear Sophie's talking to her boss, got her cell phone out, uh, and um, and she's just sort of like, yes, yes, no, that's what he's saying. Yes, I'll put you on speakerphone. All right, Calvin, HR wants to talk to you, and Calvin's like, okay, and then you just hear a woman on the line go, Calvin Carpenter, you are fired. And then she says, Greg Henshaw, I do believe that makes you the senior security person in the situation. Is that correct? Is there any other is there
Nice.
any other security people near you?
No, no. And I do a little dance. It's like, okay, level
Carry
3 it
on.
is.
Get Brittany down here. Or sorry, her name was Brittany. Get Sophie down here.
On it. So, and then I guess I don't know if how do I get clear? Do I get? Hand me your badge,
Yeah, I
Carpenter.
was gonna say, just
Yeah. Actually, like we'll say, Sophie says that. Sophie is within the HR department, so we'll say, and she'll even cite some security code that as soon as somebody is let go, they must immediately hand over all security, yeah, everything, all AIM equipment to HR, and she's technically HR. So she holds her hand out, and then he's like looking around, and he can't think of a loophole now. So he just dejectedly hands over the badge, and there's like another explosion outside.
And then we got to scan that real quick. Like, we got to get out of here.
Okay, yeah. So you scan that, and then actually, you at this point you hear like you hear a little like beep coming from your badge, and we'll say these badges are pretty thick. They're not like flimsy. There's definitely something electronic going on
Yeah.
in there. We'll say it even has like a little built-in flashlight in there. It's got a couple of cool little things built in there. So yeah, you hear a little ping that you've never heard before coming from your badge.
Right.
Yeah,
Why is my badge pinging? And then
and
so I pick it up and like, what's going on with this?
we'll say that you had a certain color, like it had like a little bit of color whenever it's got like two-factor authentication on it. You have to type in a little numerical sequence to get it to activate in some situations. Like once a day, you have to do it, and when it does that, it glows a certain color, a certain shade of yellow. Let's say, so you had like a pale yellow. Now you're like canary yellow.
Oh, moving up.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah. So you can get in the elevator. Sophie, follows in right behind you. Uh, what do you want to do with Carpenter? Technically, according to the rules, he's
Let's say
not
since
allowed
he's
in here.
fired and he doesn't have clearance. See ya. And we shut the door in front
Doors
behind us.
close behind him, and we'll say
Hey,
yeah,
follow the rules, man.
you hear more explosions happening as the elevator goes down.
And I'm like, thank you for pulling some strings.
Um, okay, so we'll pause there and let's shift the spotlight over to Moreau and Mickey. So Moreau, Dr. Moreau, right?
I don't
Or just a
believe they're a
nurse?
doctor. Yeah, just kind of a
Nurse, like a
yeah,
registered RN. Okay.
yeah.
So Moreau Carter and Mickey are in the infirmary on the first subfloor. So we talked a little bit about the levels of security here. And sometimes if there is an experiment and Mickey is basically a lab rat, and sometimes the experiments that are done to him are not necessarily things that you would want people to know about. So therefore, they happen on a lower level, and there's a special infirmary there just to handle things like that. Sometimes the infirmary serves as more as a morgue than an infirmary. But today, because Mickey is there, we have Moreau who is working on him yet again. Do you guys have any suggestions or ideas of what type of experiment Mickey might have just been subjected to, or what kind of wounds he might have? I'm open here.
Nothing crazy. I just had the idea of him having a new rash or something, but if anybody has anything that, if for anything more extreme.
I don't have anything. I think a rash is pretty great.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we can definitely roll with that.
And
I'm
let's say
thinking
this
that
rash keeps moving. It's you apply some topical ointment to him, and then the rash moved away from it.
Yeah, and I'm like hands just covered in ointment at this point, trying to kind of like just follow this thing. And I almost feel like I'm giving Mickey a massage at this point. And I'm like just like trying to chase this thing. And I'm like, I, I don't know, Big Bird. I don't know what they've done to you this time, but your rash is moving, my dude. Like, I don't what did they do? What was this?
That that's not normal, right?
I definitely not. I mean, maybe you've seen it before. But no, no, in all my years patching people up, I've never seen a rash with a life of its own.
Yeah, so as you're
I,
doing that, and we'll say you're in a private room. Imagine this infirmary has several private rooms. You've got like, the privacy curtains that you've got pulled back. Um, maybe maybe one other uh, nurse in here that's with another individual, maybe who hasn't successfully survived their experiment. So they're closed up there um, with a body, maybe just preparing it or inspecting it, something like that. And then as this conversation is going on, you hear something similar to what Henshaw heard above. There is a rumble that you can feel, even though you're underground. Ceiling tiles move, dust comes down, a picture falls off the wall. Maybe this serves as like an office for you. So maybe you have like your nursing school certificate up on the wall that falls down to the ground. The glass crashes. Lights dim and then come back on, not quite as bright as before. And yeah, what do you two do?
Gonna take in the scene a little bit and be like, oh, what the hell? Just another day at AIM.
is it the mole man again, or are they trying to drill into the building?
I, I don't know. I mean, it's probably some pissed off something or other. It always is. Listen, I can cut this rash out if you want, and we can get this patched up quickly and see what that is. But otherwise, you might have to just roll with it.
Well, it's
Is that
not life-threatening, right?
I,
Right?
theoretically, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's just bandage it up and let's go check it out.
All right. Great.
I
And
trust
then
you.
I'm just gonna like reach into my pocket and just like slap a lollipop into Mickey's hand as like that's just something I do with him specifically. It's just kind of like here's a treat.
He just
And
pops
then
it in his mouth happily.
and then yeah, we're kind of now on alert a little bit. Like, all right,
yeah,
what new hell has AIM brought to the doorstep?
yeah. And we'll say, just as a lollipop exchanges hands, you hear another rumble. This starts off uh, fairly close to you. It was like you can feel it not coming from above, but almost coming from one of the walls. Uh, and then you hear this rumble, and the rumble moves upward. And then you hear a ka-chunk as something like you metal on metal locking into place. Uh, it almost sounds like a Foley artist, like doing a jail door slamming shut very loud and echoing, even though you've got this wall and then a ceiling and a wall separating you from the sound. And then you can feel a little bit of the sensation of something locking into place.
Yeah, I'm now at a little bit more of a higher alert, and I might put myself. Mickey doesn't need it, but I'm going to put myself kind of between the wall, him, and the other nurse that was in the room, and half jokingly, because that's how I deal with stress, be like, "They're coming out of the walls, man."
Yeah, so we'll say for you guys, a little bit more time passes, but then it's not long before you um, you hear some activity in the hallway, and we'll say the other nurse that had been with just the corpse had come out at this point, probably checked in with you, and then uh, uh, he goes out into the hallway and then calls to you and says, we've got injured coming."
We'll be right there. Hey, Mickey, you want to give us a hand if you can? It won't be
Oh,
anything
of
too
course.
complicated.
So I'll follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not before long. You have a couple people come in, uh, bloodied up a little bit. Some of them not too bad. Some of them wearing full aim outfits at this point. Uh, uh, One of them has got the helmet off just because they're bleeding from the side of the head and somebody's got some pressure on it. We'll say it's about three or so injured people at this point. One of them you recognize, and it is Sergeant. At least you call him Sergeant. Of course, he doesn't have Moreau. He doesn't have an official. He doesn't have that official rank now that he's in AIM. But one Sergeant Nate Weathers, who you used to work with back when you were a combat medic. The two of you had joined AIM. He is a field agent, uh, one of the agents that you guys are sort of all in training to eventually become after, you know, knowing you guys probably at least 6 months, maybe to a year of additional training before they sort of trust you. But this is a guy that has seen a lot of action before, and he's coming in and he's clutching his chest as he's limping in.
Yeah, and I would probably just like make my way as quickly as possible, or to him, kind of slide myself onto one arm and be like,
Mhm.
"Mickey, come on, get the other side," and then we're gonna just try and carry him over to a place where we can lay him down flat,
Okay.
and I'll just be like, "One hell of a day at the office, eh, Sarge?"
Yeah, you ain't kidding. And he's a beefy guy. Um, we'll say he's about 6'2", 6'3", broad-shouldered. How old is Moreau, do you think?
Probably like 30 something, early 30s.
Okay, so we'll say this guy, same-ish age, maybe around 35, black man, high and tight, haircut, very, very military bearing. Um, and yeah, he doesn't look he's not bleeding, but he is kind of clutching his chest, but he's a 35-year-old guy in top form, but he's almost looking like he's oh, it's the big one because he's clutching his chest.
Uh,
So Mickey has the other side, but it's so but Moreau is probably holding him up, and then the other side is leaning because Mickey's about 5'8" and 135 pounds. But he's doing his best.
All right. And we'll say Weathers is talking, but you realize he's not talking to you. He's talking into a comm device, and um, he's trying to get an update. He's like, "Ah, come again, come again. No, I don't know what they were. I I didn't actually see them. I just something came out and shot me. No, I'm not bleeding.
And I would
He's
just interrupt and be like, Sarge, with me. I need you with me. I need to know what the hell's wrong with you, my dude. Uh, what's going on? Can you tell me what's going on? Not with everything else, but what's up with you? What needs attention?
Yeah, he'll say he reported um up to the front. There's like a side entrance to the building. That's a secure entrance, not a public one. And you know, he that's where he was stationed, and he went outside to take a look, and he saw, you know, the same thing, some sort of shadow from above. Looked up, didn't see anything. Um, uh, all this rubble falling down from the building, like something struck the building. And then he spent a little time after he thought things were secure to kind of go outside. He was out there for a little while, you know, some minutes. Some minutes had passed. He had kind of tried to go out to the front, and then you know, after a couple of minutes of exploration, uh, he started hearing screaming from other people that were in the area, and started hearing the sound of, he didn't call it gunfire, but he said like almost like laser fire. And then something shot him. He saw the bolt, but he couldn't see like where it came from. And and it just shocked his system. And then he came, you know, back inside, and you know, made sure everything was secure. Fell down, somebody picked him up, dragged him here. And we'll say that's all he manages to get out before he just passes out. His head lolls over onto Mickey's side, and Mickey, you can see his earpiece just falls out onto the ground, and you can still hear like a squeal maybe when it hits the ground, like high pitched squeal when it hits the ground, but you can still hear like some faint sound coming from it.
Okay. I'm actually gonna grab the earpiece and put it in.
Okay. Yep, you can hear two things. Well, I mean, one, you hear just a lot of people like shouting and screaming. One person you hear uh, saying, "The armory is overrun." I repeat, the armory is overrun. Fall back to lower levels. And then you
Is
hear,
that near us?
uh, that is on your floor. It's on the other side of the building, but that's on your floor. So right now we'll say, um, oh no, it's one floor below you. Sorry, you're on subfloor one. It's on subfloor two. The armory is subfloor two.
Okay, so I will pass that information on to Moreau.
Okay. And then you hear um, somebody else saying like, you know, check in at the front. And so, you know, we're not getting any any info from the front. And they say, put it on, you know, put the intercom on. And then you can hear uh, some ruckus happening from the front desk where Henshaw had been. I will say you can hear Calvin Carpenter's voice through interspersed with some gunshots and some laser fire. And you hear him screaming, "No one's allowed inside without proper clearance." Bang, 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 bang. And then it goes dead. And we'll say that's what you can pick up.
I know that I would have kind of been more focused on, like, I hear Mickey kind of as I'm training my thoughts on like focusing on Sarge. I'd be checking for a pulse. Um, and if there is one, I would be checking to see for like scorch marks and see like if I can determine uh where he's been hit and by what.
Yeah, so if you want, you can take some. It won't take you long to kind of get him out of the get him out of the outfit to see if he's got any, damage to his person. And yeah, you don't see any, scraped knee maybe from where he hit the ground, but you don't see any like bullet wounds or laser marks, anything like that.
Okay, and there's still a pulse,
Still a
still with
pulse.
us. Okay.
Yep. We'll say it's irregular. It's accelerated, and maybe yeah, just a little irregular.
Okay. Once I understand that he'll be fine or close to fine, then I'd be like, "Okay, Mick, what's going on? What's happening?"
I don't think it's Mole Man.
Well, that would be a plus, maybe. Do we have any idea how bad it is? This does not look good.
Uh, doesn't sound good. The armory's overrun. Sounds like the front of the building is being attacked.
The armory. We're close to the armory, right? It's just one floor down.
Yes.
Should maybe we should I don't know. And he kind of goes, like he's been in the military, Murrow has, and is kind of like looking around at all the people in the infirmary and takes a quick inventory. He knows that Mickey can kind of take a lick and keep on ticking, and is like,
Mhm.
I think this is on us to go see what's going on.
Okay. So Mickey will grab Sarge's badge and they'll just
Mhm.
shrug. What are they going to do? Fire me?
They couldn't if they wanted to. And then I'm gonna look to see if Sarge brought a weapon with him.
Yeah, yeah, we'll say he's got one holstered.
Okay, I would definitely grab that.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say it's
And
the
Mickey
equivalent
pulls
of
out.
a
Oh,
pistol.
sorry.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
And
Mickey
then
pulls out his switchblade knife,
yeah.
tries to do a trick, and it just kind of flips into the air and falls on the ground.
Well, listen here, Big Bird. At least it didn't hit you this time.
I
And
don't know how many times I've got it right in the foot.
we'll say at this point from the comm that we'll say Mickey still has in his ear, you hear a new voice go out saying, yeah, we're going to need all field agents and field agents trainees to report to the motor pool. I repeat, we're going to need all field agents and field agent trainees to get to the motor pool right now. Um, and then everyone, well, not everyone, but everyone here, all the PCs, all the heroes hear a similar ping as their security clearance has been upgraded to allow access to sub-level 3. Uh, let's pause there and let's go to Dr. Elias, Elias Cade and Bevan Bouchard.
All right.
And you guys are in sublevel 2, which is a little out of the ordinary, but there's something special happening right now. And you are probably directly below where the last scene took place. And you are in one of these infirmary slash morgues as well, but this is the more secure one. And on the table in front of you is a reaver. So, not a known reaver like Pretty Boy or Bone Crusher or any of the ones that Wolverine and Jubilee fought shortly before they were crucified, but a nameless reaver. So, cyborg, uh, half human, we'll say. It's about 50-50 and half
Hmm.
mechanical. And you are with Dr. Jamie Sarah Crowder, and she is currently performing, you would say, an autopsy, except the Reaver is still kind of alive. So
Mm.
whatever the word for a living autopsy is that I don't think I need to
A
know.
biopsy.
Uh,
I don't know, not really, maybe no,
oh,
but yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
maybe. Oh, yeah, yeah. I guess.
Well, it would go, well,
Hopefully,
it's called surgery, and then
that's
goes
okay.
off
A
to
successful
biopsy. But yeah,
surgery,
I think
hopefully.
Yeah,
we're performing a surgery essentially. Yeah, it seems like
yeah, yeah. But in terms of
before it
what
becomes a
she's
biopsy.
doing to this person, it is the type of analysis you would do on something that is probably not going to survive after you're done anyway. So it is extreme, some of the things that she is doing. Oh,
For science.
vivisection. Yes, vivisection could be what
Oh
this
God, we're giving
is.
him a vasectomy. Wow, I didn't sign up for that.
I'm not sure if that part was in the 50% or not. We'll leave that to the imagination of the viewers. So we'll say, yeah, he is hooked up. He's got like his face is human enough. We'll say his chest is human enough. We'll say it's his arms and legs that appear to be bionic, and he's got some oxygen a mask on that's sort of pumping him a bit and probably sedating him actually more than anything because they do want him alive, but they don't want him too alive. So we'll say that's going on, and every once in a while she'll like call out to Cade for a particular device, and usually they are, if she asks for a scalpel, it's like some thick,
Hmm.
vicious looking thing. It's not the precise kind
Not
of,
this the surgical scalpel. No, we're talking like yeah, like something to hack through bone or something.
yeah,
Just get through very tough scar tissue or a carapace or something. Yeah, you
yeah,
can
maybe
crack through it.
even
Yeah.
like a laser involved somehow.
Oh,
Something, it's AIM, right? So it's probably not safe, but
amazing.
would work. And the reason, of course, Bevan is here is because this isn't a typical biological thing. There is a lot of uh, hardware involved here. And so she's occasionally looking to you for your expertise because this, is, just
Yeah,
it's
going.
it's not important enough to have one of the senior guys here, but she wanted somebody representing engineering just in case there was something that your expertise was needed for.
Just checking the oil, checking the windshield washer fluid.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy stuff.
Uh, and we'll say it's uh, Dr. Crowder is very just passionately looking at what's going on. Occasionally, she'll cut into something, and there's a spurt of blood, and Cade's got to clean that up. And we'll say, yeah, maybe even there's a point where there's some oil that is like leaking or something, and so Bevan's got to get involved and figure out how that can get, tweaked or turned off somehow. So there's not a lot of small talk happening during this procedure. Dr. Crowder is not one for that. Very,
Hmm.
very driven.
I'd
Uh,
say Kate would be there, also taking some detailed notes and examining it, and being very fascinated by the neural networks interfacing with his anatomy and how the the how everything is connected from the brain signals being sent to his electrical components and how that those things are interacting. So yeah, he's taking this all in with wide-eyed fascination.
mm. So it's not long, surprise, surprise, before there's a rumble. Same thing, everyone. I know, shock. Same thing, everyone else. You're a little further down, so maybe it doesn't shake the room quite as much. We'll say nothing falls from the walls or anything like that. However, the one thing that is consistent is there's that same blink of a power outage that happens, and then Bevan would know the lights come back on. You can see they're dimmed a little bit. You
Mm.
would know instantly, oh, we're on some
Yeah, for
emergency
emergency power. Yeah.
power. This is like the UPS system,
Hmm.
uninterrupted power supply, not parcel service. So yeah, so you can just feel that you went on that. You also notice in the room that all of the equipment is being rebooted right now.
Okay.
So Dr. Crowder just sighs, which is about as much emotion as she's typically going to give. Just sighs and like puts the scalpel down and just like rests her hands on the side of the table and just speaking to no one in particular, just says, "What was that?"
Then be like,
Well,
holy Thor Almighty, what the HE single hockey stick is going on up there? And he would just be kind of checking the computers as well again, and be like, checking to see if any like when the boots back up. Um, I guess we don't have. Do we have comms or anything on us too? Could we like would we be able to call into somebody or
Um, let's say on the second floor. Yeah, if you've got second floor clearance, you probably got comms. Yeah.
someone want to be like checking in with some other guys in the engineering
Yeah.
department or something like that, or see if I had some connection to my team back in engineering, see if they, if we'd hit something or blown something up or knocked the power generator or sucked too much power on one of our experiments again or something like that, and we caused the lights to
Yeah.
dim or
So let's say there's a
just when
lot
you
of
think it's our
chatter
fault.
you
Yeah.
hear, a lot of defensive chatter. It wasn't me this time.
Exactly.
What do you think it was Jones? It wasn't me. I swear. I'm on my break. So there's a lot of confusion, we'll say. And then after the same amount of time has passed with everyone else, you hear that second rumble, which of course we now know is the security barrier kind of going up. You hear that rumble. And we'll say you would know,
Yeah,
just
this
based on what that sound was. Oh, that's what that is.
this is serious, boys. It's game time now. Put your game faces on. Get your helmets back on. Put your buckets on.
Your buckets.
I guess we have our buckets still
so
on. We have our helmets still on, right? So we're yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I would say you still
Let's
have your, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I would say definitely. Yeah.
tighten up the buckets, boys.
And we'll say it even has like some magnification built in to that.
Oh,
So
cool.
it has
Magnification.
a benefit
mhm.
that if you're doing surgery like this, you definitely
Hey,
want to be having those on. Yeah. And just for the safety reasons.
right, and the spray of blood occasionally
Yeah.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Um,
oil in this
I
case, too.
I might turn to Dr. Chowder, um,
Crowder.
Dr.
Cower.
Oh
Crowder,
yeah.
and I'm just like his sedation levels seem to be rising. I think the patient or the specimen, maybe he'd refer to him as, is gaining consciousness. Should I replace the spleen?
We'll say before she gets back to you, and that was very prescient because just as she's about to react to you, the body's hand moves and grabs Dr. Crowder. Let's roll initiative.
All right.
Ooh,
Gonna add subtract a one to this one. So let's see what we get.
yeah. No, I get to add a +1. So I've got 11 on the die, 5 on the Marvel, +1, so I'm at 12.
Okay.
I'm a 15
Sorry,
minus
Doc.
one, so 14.
Wow.
All right. The
Can
good
Elias
doctor
show me up
rolled
here?
a 1-3-1. So that's not good.
Oh,
And we are going to use regular aim agent stats for her. So that's a +1. So that's a 6. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And let's see what the Reaver
Well,
gets.
she could have been surprised, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Uh,
oh, for sure. Yeah.
all right. And
So
the
that arm would have been
Reaver,
strapped down,
I won't say when the Reaver
deactivated.
goes yet, but Paste, you go first.
Ooh, all right. So if I see this arm shoot out and grab the good doctor there, I'm looking back for my trusty signature weapon, and I bring it with me everywhere. So I reach back and grab my at least almost 2 foot long old school heavy iron wrench, and I just kind of bring it up, and I'm looking at this guy, and it's like, watch the grip strength there, bud. We know you've been indulging in some self-care there, but let's give this one a break. And then I just kind of try to hammer down on it with my wrench and try to like break that arm
All
and
right. And
snap
I'll
it in half.
give you an edge because technically we'll call him prone. He is
Haha,
Oh
still
wow.
lying
that's
down, even though he's
great.
elevated a little bit. He's still lying down. So I'll give you an edge on that.
All right. What's my target number?
Target number is 11.
Okay, I just want to know which one I'm adding to. I'm going to add one to that so that right now is a 10. I'm sitting at a 12, all in.
Okay,
But if I got an edge, I'm going to reroll my Marvel dice because I got a 4 on that.
nice,
Roll it to a 6.
nice.
So I guess 6 times 1 would be my modifier for
Yep.
that. Plus 1 is what we all know.
70.
As we all know.
As we all know.
6, 7.
Oh gosh.
Sorry,
Oh
we had to get
gosh.
one in.
No, no, we didn't. So yeah, so 7 points of blunt smashy smash damage.
All right. And
And
what area were you going for? Were you going for
again, if
the
the arm was
arm?
reaching out and grabbing a throat, I was going like for like the middle of the arm, closer where the elbow might be, and just
Okay.
trying, like to snap that,
Okay.
break it.
Yeah.
You know?
We'll say it that's enough to I mean this wasn't really a grab action on her, so we'll say it's enough uh for him to release contact with
Nice.
the good doctor. So copy, you go on 12.
Hmm. I would see the large blunt instrument come down and smash into the arm. I'm just like, not a very crude medical implement, but I appreciate the assist. And I think what Dr. Cade would probably do is look for some way to either sedate him or incapacitate him. Like he would know the neural network or the system there. Is there some way to sort of shut him off? I'm looking for the off switch for this guy, and I've got a very sharp scalpel in my hand as I go in there to do that. Or at least I'm assuming I'm holding the scalpel that Dr. Crowder asked for.
Yeah, so looking for the off switch. I'll call that a logic check and let's make it a target number 11.
Great. Okay. And this is vigilance.
Logic.
Oh, sorry, logic. Okay. All right. Well, we rolled a 14 on the die, and
Okay.
logic gives me a +1, so we're at 15.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll say there's a couple approaches to go here. Um, and there isn't really like a switch per se. One, you suspect that this is more than just him being biologically awake. There's something else that's happening. It is, uh, he's no longer got the anesthesia kind of going in.
Hmm.
Um, so that's certainly something that allowed his brain functions to go on. But that reaction of his arm was not like his eyes weren't open when that happened.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So you get the sense this is
Involuntary.
something mechanical that's going on. So
So it was a mechanical reaction as opposed to a nervous system
or
twitch or
or a
something.
blending of the two. And maybe that's the
Mm.
thing that you're not sure about. Like it isn't, if it was one or the other, you could figure out, but it's like almost like they're leaning on each other a little bit,
Hmm.
which is
Fascinating.
fascinating for like future research. And it starts you thinking about if we could connect people to like certain of our other technologies like this, they maybe wouldn't go unconscious. Like this is
Amazing. Yeah. We
amazing.
could
Yeah.
work with our sleeping. This is fantastic. We can match scientific
Think of
research
the
we can
abuse.
conduct. This is
Yeah, so
great.
so nothing you could immediately work with, but something you can definitely file away for the future.
Okay. So going back to the sedation option, or is there anything that we're working on that we can just sort of pump in the anesthesia, or I don't feel that that's going to have any effect on this guy at this
Yeah,
stage.
yeah, you would know. So this is what I'll give you. You would know that using the anesthesia at this point probably would not be an immediate solve. Like you were thinking, oh, if I could grab the mask and put it on him, and based on that logic check, you would know that's a failure. Like
Okay.
that would not work or not work quickly.
Okay. And also knowing working on the specimen that we'll call him, or do we have him with the electronical components? Do we have him plugged into anything that we have in our systems?
No, which tells you there might be some sort of internal power
Mm,
source.
yes. Oh, intriguing. Um, okay. So is that my
When are you gonna
my
start
action?
hitting?
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I appreciate the specimen. I appreciate what it is. I don't want to destroy it. I want to keep this thing alive as much as I can, but I did want to try to sedate it again. But seeing how effective the blood instrument attack from our friend
Evan?
Haste is Bevan, um, and I might also try to copy that move and see if there's any instrument that I have there to try to knock him in the neural network, also known as the head or the brain.
Yeah, the scalpel is right there that the doctor put down. And there's probably other things you could grab
Hmm.
on a tray that
I'll
you
probably
would that's
try to
right
grab
by you.
the tray itself or whatever it is I can, and just sort of do a blunt force trauma to the brain. He said, crude but effective, and
Yeah.
try to knock
If
him
you want,
out
there's
if possible.
let's say there's like a small little hammer there, like maybe
Oh,
used
of
for
course,
like
yes.
breaking bone or something like that.
Perfect. Yeah, the bone. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mini
actually, yeah.
Mjolnir.
Yeah. Yeah, so you
Let's
could
see if
grab that and
let's see if I'm worthy enough. Okay, let's swing
let's
mini millimeter.
say
Had him, yeah,
uh
or
I'm gonna
bit
say
painful.
it's like kind of an improvised weapon because it's kind of got a small handle used for precise work, but it'll balance out the edge from him being prone. So you could just do a straight roll,
Okay, and this is a melee
melee roll. Yeah.
against a prone. Is that an automatic hit if he's prone?
No, that's paralyzed.
Paralyzed, right? Got it.
Yeah, it's
Thank
an
you.
edge.
Yeah, just get the
Okay,
hit.
not great. Okay, we've got 12. That's a 6 on the Marvel.
Oh,
But I am a minus. I believe I'm still a -1 for melee, if I recall my stats correctly. So that'll give us 11.
11 is just enough to hit.
Right? A 6 on the Marvel. Sorry, 6 on the Marvel die.
Okay.
So that's 6 minus, so that's 5.
Right. All right.
5 damage.
Okay. Now, the Reaver is going to go. The Reaver is going to spin, actually kind of stand up almost like Dracula, his body kind of comes up. You hear a grinding of gears as he turns to the side and gets off this bed that he was on. It's not a bed, like this platform that he was kind of on. Um, so he'll use a movement for that. Um, he will kind of like look around, his eyes finally open, groggily. You can tell he's not really quite there. And the person who is closest to him is the doctor. So he's, here, let's roll 1d6. There's a much greater chance he's going to go for the doctor, but we'll say on a one. Actually, let's have OMJ. You got no, you don't have a dice. Who's got a physical dice? Billy. If you've got a 1d6 on a one,
Oh,
it's Bevan. On a two, it's Cade, and otherwise it's the doctor.
Okay, you ready?
Mhm.
We got a 5.
All right, it is the doctor. Oh, okay. So that is going to be a hit. Um, Not a great roll as far as the Marvel goes. And this is not without a weapon. So only 4 points of damage
sorry,
on her.
Fuzzy, if I could
Yeah,
would I be able to do a reaction to kind of like
sure.
Maybe.
interpose to try to get in front of that hit?
You
Am I
could
close
you could
to her?
absolutely do that. Yeah.
I was gonna say as kind of as a more of a reflex as a
Hmm.
goalkeeper back in my old days, I just want to naturally try to get it in front of this thing. So
Yeah.
as we need to protect the dog, I don't even really realizing I'm doing it until I'm in front of it, and
Right.
just take the hit for if that's
Okay. It was a target
that'll
number
work.
13, so that'll hit pretty much
Okay,
anyone.
yeah.
So yeah, take the 4 points, and we'll say the doctor takes a step back. Um, obviously you've all got your helmets on, um, but you almost perceive a slight nod which is a remarkable display of emotion
Wow.
from the doctor.
Mhm.
And she does take a couple of steps back, and you can see her, uh, uh, just looking around for something. But she does go next, and she will take a step off to the side, kind of getting actually she's got enough movement. She's gonna walk around to the head of the table where this guy was lying to get a clean shot at him. She's gonna take out her gun, which just does an energy burst as it is right on the aim agent. Here, I'll just might as well just share this right now so you guys can see. So these are the stats we're going to use for her. So yeah, let's just do an agility attack here. Um,
Hate to be that guy, but if he's prone, he's no longer prone, right? He
he's no
stood up.
longer prone,
No,
right?
he
Okay,
stood up. He
perfect.
stood up.
Yeah, then let's perforate him. That sounds good. Give him some extra breathing
Ooh,
holes.
wow, good roll.
Nice roll.
And
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
with a 6 on the damage. Yeah, and she's got accuracy. So, uh, yeah, wow. So she just very calmly, points this thing right at what would be the back of his head and puts it like right right where the medulla oblongata is. And we'll say the head actually falls down for a little bit. The body still remains up and
Oh,
the hands are grasping and the legs are still solid, but like he's almost like half knocked out at this point, yet the
oh
body
yeah.
is still up and going. Wow, so that was as much damage as the other two guys did together. Uh, Uh, Great. And that takes us to the top of the order and paste. Oh, and actually the other thing she'll do is she'll start screaming into her comms. Not screaming. She would never do that. She starts calmly reporting that there is an incident in the second subfloor infirmary, and to please send security as quickly as possible. She does not hear a response. So we go back to Bevan Bouchard, the wrencher.
All right. Yeah, so if this guy's still operable and still functioning even without his head, I guess his head is did it come off or is it lulled?
Oh, it's just kind of like lolling down a little bit.
Okay.
We'll say one eye is open. Well, and we'll say there's one eye that you can see now has got a little bit of a metallic reflection in it, and that's
Okay.
the eye that's open. The other one is drooping down. He's got a whole Cash Patel look going on right now.
Oh, oh dear.
Right. Evan be like, all right, lad, that was sorry. All right, that all right, that was quite the slap shot there, bud. But how about a little poke check of my own? So he'll take his wrench again and just kind of go for that head and just kind of like do a little high sticking motion there and just try to hit him
Nice.
right in that eye there.
All right.
Be another
Target
miss.
number is 11.
Okay. Oh, did not roll amazing there. Shoot, I don't think I hit it. I am at a 9 right now. 4 on the Marvel dice, but a 3 and 1 on the other ones.
Okay. We've got reactions. If
And
anyone would
Elias
like
Cade.
to, has an idea of how they could describe
Mhm.
a help teammate, I'd,
Teammate.
Well, if we've been working together, I might give him some headers as to what sort of knowing the systems that we're working on in terms of the how the electronical system and the body's neurological system are working together. I might suggest instead of conking him on the head again, that instead he go for a kneecap motion and try to disable him. So maybe
Fair
sort of give
enough.
him some pointers as
yeah,
to
All right. So maybe yeah,
on
as
to
he's
where to
like
accurately yeah
beautiful.
perfect,
hit
yeah.
the
So maybe
anatomy.
as he's going for the head there,
And for
take
flavor, you can hit him in the head and have no effect and then get a second one. You
okay.
don't have to like
Oh, fair
retcon.
enough. Fair enough. All right. So yeah, so that had like no effect and just kind of like rolled around, didn't seem to do anything. So when he's like, go for the kneecaps. I'm like, I'll go a little higher. And then I just kind of like right in the crotch, kind of come up and hit him with that. And like,
That's where his power source, of
yeah,
course, is.
that's what I think we saw, yeah, hit him right in the dipstick there.
All
Man.
right.
So, oh,
Reroll one
shoot.
die.
Yeah, I got a 4 on the Marvel, but I got a 1 on the other. So I think I need a better chance to up my numbers here. Because you said it was a 13 I need to crack?
No, 11.
11.
Oh, 11, sorry, right. Okay.
You're at 9. So yeah.
Oh, no, I rolled into a 2. So we are looking at a 10. I'm one
All
below.
right. So we've also got a help teammate, possibly from the doctor. Let's see what she would do. So
I
she
just
sees
control my
that.
body in front of her. Should be something
Yeah.
I can do. Okay.
So she'll uh we'll say like this kind of like bed thing that he's on is on wheels, right? Since you would typically move things. So she just, takes a step back and kicks the bed because she's
Nice.
on the other side. Kicks the bed and the reaver kind of goes forward like that. Um, and
Beauty.
then she'll say, the power source is in the sternum.
I don't know what a sternum is. Um, oh, there it is. Rolled into a 6. All right. We're
Nice.
hitting. Okay. But a 4 on the Marvel die, +1, so that's only 5 points of damage.
Well, let's do the
Five
math. We
points of
had
damage.
7 points, 5 points, 13 points. That puts us at 25, and he was a rank one henchman. 5 points is what he had.
All right.
So he just stands there for a second
Teamwork. Mhm.
and then just falls forward as you guys kind of move aside. He just falls forward, inert.
Awesome. And that's how we do, boys. That's how we do.
Crude but effective. Thank you for assisting with this. Dr. Dr. Crowder, are you all right?
I'm perfectly fine. Thank you both very much. That was unexpected,
Hmm,
but illuminating. I
Quite.
can't wait until this unpleasantness is over and I can begin to take some notes.
Absolutely, yes. The
I don't
body
know.
seemed to react without having the neural network intact. Fascinating. It seemed it was operating on its own, like some sort of electrical signal was being sent to his mechanical limbs.
If this kind
Um,
of stuff goes on more often than not, you got to invite me more to these parties. This is a good time.
um, and we'll say at that, you start hearing through your comms similar things to what you've heard, to what the other party members have heard. Fall back. They've taken the armory and the armory from where, so you guys are on the second sub level, and the armory is on the other side. But we'll say at this point, you start hearing sounds, you start hearing sort of like the equivalent of laser blasts, and you know that there is a secure elevator nearby, and you all heard that ding of your security upgrade, so you know if you can make your way to that elevator and get down. And then you hear the same, another voice saying, "Yep, we're going to need all of the field agents and field agent trainees to get to the motor pool ASAP. I repeat, all field agents and field agent trainees to get to the motor pool ASAP." And so you guys get there, and we'll say at this point, all five party members are on the third subfloor. We'll say the elevators all, there's like two or three elevators that come down. You kind of come out through branching hallways, all sort of meet up. We'll say that Sophie, who had, and you can see many, there are a few people that have like all of this dust and stuff covering them. There are a few people that are limping. There's one person that was just like limping, and we'll say this person was like a field, like an actual field agent that was limping and just collapses on the ground, like he just made it this far on adrenaline and just passed out. And you can see he's kind of clutching his chest a little bit too. Um, and um, uh, uh, Sophie meets up with Brittany, who is the HR director for the building. And you see Brittany's, got her comms in. And we'll say Brittany at least makes eye contact with Mickey because Brittany is technically Mickey's boss, although as we discussed in the session zero, um, they never expected anyone in Mickey's role to ever get to the point where they needed an annual review. But Mickey somehow has survived a year, which is unprecedented. So they kind of had to assign him somebody to be his boss to do his annual review. And that person is Brittany from HR.
When
So,
Henshaw walks out, he's kind of like wide-eyed, looking around, almost stumbles over people because and he's like, "Holy Mary, Mother of!" I've never been to this level before.
yeah. We'll say most of the people on this level are in the full yellow suits, but not everyone.
How do I get a helmet?
There'll be time enough for that later. Somebody says as they kind of walk by. Um, so yeah, so we'll say that there are precious few individuals around that were either field agents or field agent trainees. In fact, you five are it. Most other people are either unaccounted for or injured or not in any position to do anything. So the person in front of you is wearing a yellow suit with the helmet. You know that this person's name is Gary. He's a bit of the floor manager, and it was his voice that that you heard saying that everyone needs to get to the motor pool, and that's where you're outside of right now is the motor pool. And he says to you guys, "Okay, what we're gonna need you to do now is to head in there, pick out a mech suit, get in it, and do a perimeter sweep once around. And before you say anything, I know that you haven't completed the training on there, but I've been told the suits are very easy to use, and I'm sure there won't be any problems." And then you hear or you feel like another like rumble, and you're 3 levels deep now, and so this is concerning. The lights flash again, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna need you to do that. So yeah, just do a sweep of the building, and yeah, and then report back. Okay,
There's a
we'll
mech suit. Where the
yeah.
heck's my Segway? Like that.
I worked
I
long
didn't
and hard
have
on that
experience.
segue.
Segue upgrade.
Mickey
So
looks super excited.
So you will so Gary kind of gestures you into the motor pool. And you can see it's a large, essentially this is the garage on the headquarters that Billy had created. So um, and the way the garage is written up, it has, it says cars, motorcycles, whatever. But in this case, it includes some mech suits. You know that there is or Henshaw would at least know that there is a secure entrance on another corner of the building. That There's like a parking garage there, and there's part of the parking garage that is a little bit more than a parking garage, and this is likely where you will come up. So here's what we're going to do. I have something up on the screen I'm going to be sharing with you. Your characters will have 10 seconds to read what's on the screen,
Oh,
and there's a lot,
my weakness.
and pick something by number. I'm gonna tell you what it is. There are 8 battle suits that you can choose from. They are named. We'll say there's a little like They're on a little platform, and you'll be able to see the name. It might even be written on the side, and on the screen you will see a description of it. The name and the description will give you hints as to what powers you will get. Uh, let's roll initiative,
Oh,
and you will choose suits according to now. In a way, rolling lower might be a benefit because you at least get to read, but the first picks will go to those who have the highest.
Okay, Dr. Elias Cade got 15.
Ooh,
I got an
15,
11. Henshaw got an 11.
15 as well for Moreau.
ooh.
I got a 7.
give your test tubes a tug there, boys. Let's get some mechs. I got an
Uh,
11.
who am I missing? What did Moreau and Cade both got a 15? Henshaw got an 11. Mickey got a 7.
Evan's sitting on 11 too.
Oh, Bevan's got an 11 too. Oh, okay. All right. Who's got the higher agility
It's got
between
0.
Henshaw and Bevan?
That's a big old 0.
0?
My initiative's -1 if that makes a difference too.
Oh, actually, that's what I meant. Sorry. Yeah. So -1 for Bevan, and who had Henshaw? What's your initiative?
Oh, 1. I got a vigilance of 1.
Okay. All right. So then Henshaw goes first, and then
Well, I
Bevan goes
also have
after
a
him.
+1 in vigilance if that matters.
As do I, the other 15.
Okay. So why don't you guys just do a roll off, re-roll,
Okay. Do the Marvel
or
die.
actually, who got the higher on the Marvel die?
I got a 5.
Mine was a 4.
Okay. So we'll have Cade go first, Moreau go second.
So, as a side note, keeping in mind, if they're all wearing their beekeeper helmets, I see them in their normal attire. I don't know who any of these people are. Once they get down below these certain levels and he puts on their
All right.
uniforms, other than I know Sophie, and now apparently I've met her boss, unless she had a beekeeper hat on.
Sophie did not. Oh no, Brittany did not have a beekeeper hat on.
Okay,
All
so
right.
those are the only 2 people that I recognize.
Don't
All
worry,
right.
we're all expendable down here.
All right. Are you
Speak for
ready?
yourself. I have 3 doctorates. Um,
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Set. Oh, wait,
I
sorry.
think so.
No, I did not.
3,
action.
2, 1, go. Cade, pick one.
Xeno, well, number 1.
7. Okay. Moreau, 10 seconds.
We'll go 3, medic.
Henshaw, 10 seconds.
Security. It's got to be.
Bevan, 10 seconds.
8.
8 shock.
8 shock. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Mickey.
5.
All right. That was so
Rescue.
much quicker than I thought it would be. All right.
So looking for something
Now.
4 themed. That's not shock. Close enough. Yeah, lightning.
Here's what I'm gonna do next. Let's bring up what each one of these does. Now, I told you guys to read up on the borrowing battle suits or iconic items rules. So these are battle suits, but these are going to have some
More like guidelines.
special things going on. So first, let's bring up the Xeno suit.
He's always.
Is that what Cade picked?
This is what Cade looked. This is what his hobby's been. This is what his passion's been for his
Yeah.
whole life. If he's probably been studying this suit, just waiting for the day where
Yeah.
he can don it. Yeah.
And
This
by the
is,
way, I did create these long before your characters were created, so I did not know which way that was
Didn't you
going to
know
go.
I'm in your head, Fuzzy? I'm in your head.
we have
In fact, look
established
around.
this.
I'm in your house.
No. All right. So this is the Xeno suit. Now, there's a couple of interesting things here. One, you get 4 powers. All of the suits have the first two powers. All of the suits have environmental protection and sturdy one. And I've invented this thing called torso slots. Uh, as I think Bevan discovered during the session zero, um, there are sort of mount points on all of these mechs. So all the mechs have the same frame, and during some downtime, you can take off any of these powers so long as they're within the same space, the same like an arm slot or a leg slot, and trade them with anyone you want. Or if you
Nice.
happen to find any other mechs and can salvage parts off of them, that might be an option too. So the torso slots just allow you to trade. Uh, yeah, the Xeno suit is interesting. Detect supers aliens. If you think of the motion detectors from Alien and Aliens, that's pretty much what they are. It will work as the detect supers, and it's designed to work on aliens. Uh, and then
To be
microscopic.
specific,
Yeah.
the not the immigrant aliens. We're this is a
Yes.
different type
Yes.
of yeah suit.
Yes.
Okay, all right,
Yes.
okay. We're not. Sorry, I don't want to even go there. Sorry, that's not a thing I want to talk to. Sorry.
Uh, and then again on the head slot, you've got these. It's almost like you're those machines that are in the eye doctor's office with all the different lenses on it and whatnot. So that would give
Perfect.
you microscopic awareness, which would allow you to, even go down to the sort of DNA level there. So, not
Beauty.
much in the way of combat abilities there, but very good as far as well, yeah, the alien stuff.
Sorry, do we say how large these mech suits were? Are these something that we kind of crawl into a chassis that's in the center of the chest, or is this more something
Yeah,
that we crash around by the
it's
body, so like an exosuit?
it's closer to Iron Man
Oh, okay.
ish. So it doesn't increase your size to big or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
A little clunkier than Iron Man's tech for sure. All right, so next let's look at medic. Open. Okay. So again, you've got the same two that everyone else has. You also have keep moving and let's go.
Ooh, let's go. Like is a big, what is that? Where the needle they can stick right in you, like
Yeah, I was thinking like,
Like an
yeah,
adrenaline shot.
Mm.
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And I was even thinking like just for flavor, if there's anything that's like a range type thing, you can almost imagine I might have some drones or something in there to deliver it. Uh,
Awesome.
so and let's go to who's next? Henshaw. Let's look at what security has. Here's the security suit. So again, this one's got two shields. One of the shield is for shield deflection. That's the bigger shield.
Fucking
And the
roller
smaller
shit.
one, which is a little more Captain America E,
Oh, so cool.
that is hurled shield deflection.
Very nice.
Wow.
I like it. So I'm assuming it's like a disc that you can shoot it out and magnetically it comes back at the beginning of my next turn.
Yep. Yep.
I like it.
Really cool.
And let's go to uh,
Do you want to trade?
Bevan. He's got shock.
I'm going to try and keep you alive.
Evan brings a shock value.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Here
there you go.
is the shock.
Nice.
And we'll say this one, the powers there for the grab um, is specifically for, and this is more maybe flavor, but for capturing specimens
Nice.
of some kind.
Kind of like
Uh,
shoot it like whip style
electrical cables.
pushing
Yeah,
and
whip
building
or like a
around it and kind
net
of
or
like
a little bit of, yeah,
grab it
yeah. I'll
around.
let you guys, I mean, whatever you want. I'm not torn to the flavor of how that works. But yeah, if you want it to be a whip or a net, anything like that.
He's still going to be holding his wrench in his hand, his iron wrench in his hand, and he's going to use it more of as a conductor when he shoots that electric elemental burst, kind of like Thor shooting lightning out of
Yeah,
his Mjolnir there. I'm going to be shooting it out of my wrench there just for flavor as well too.
nice.
Whereas before it was oversized, now it's standard
Yeah,
size.
now it just looks like a regular. Yeah.
All right, and then last we have Mickey with rescue, correct?
Yes.
Here is rescue.
Okay.
Extended reach.
Oh,
Nice.
wow. Extended reach. Oh, jelly.
Cool. Some fun powers.
And jump one. Oh, wow.
This guy's going to get
Getting
around.
around.
He's got some movement options, and I mean he can get places.
You can bodyguard a little bit better too, or not bodyguard so much as
Interpose.
with
Yeah.
an
Yeah.
extended reach. Yeah, he's got more range for him to
Yeah.
get in and take the hit.
Well, we don't want the medic to go down.
Just saying.
He's the one that picks us up.
And I will say that, these powers, were not only meant to be diverse, but also, as I'm thinking games and games and games and games ahead, all of these, the 8 suits would be useful in certain situations.
And they form Voltron.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, hadn't
suits
thought of
combined.
that actually. But
With our powers combined.
I think if Bevan really put his mind to it, that would not be out of the
It's
question.
already started. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I
I'm
think.
working on these mount points. Now I know how to mount this guy on top of my shoulder, and this guy can be my leg.
Form a pyramid.
I am already thinking of what that battle suit would look like. Or wow, that's an amazing idea.
And get some little alien tech.
I'm a leg.
So is the extended reach, is that like Inspector Gadget arms, or is
Oh,
that
yeah.
like do they like shoot out with like rockets or something?
Yeah. So what I thought in the description there of the one gauntlet with an opening is I thought it would have like something in your, some sort of high tensile cable that could shoot out to effectively, get that extended reach. But we can talk about how that might work with a weapon or anything like that. You would be able to, I don't want to ding anyone from a mechanics perspective. So
Yeah.
we'll figure out exactly how it works within the
I've
mechanics.
seen,
But
like,
yeah,
just your arm kind of extends like the stilts from Stiltman, but it's just in your arms. You kind of just like
Machine
shoot right
Man.
extended periscoping arm. And
Yeah.
you
So
reach
Machine
out.
oh yeah,
Man-
we could do it that way too. Yeah, sure.
Machine Man
Try
does
to-
that. His arms can go out and his legs. Machine Man. I don't know if anybody's
Yeah, like Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Basically.
That's a better example.
I love that Mickey would definitely think of it more as an Inspector Gadget than like any actual real world. Yeah, that just seems to fit. Okay, so as you guys are getting into the mechs there, let's give you an opportunity while behind the scenes I start sharing these things in the Discord behind the scenes. Yeah, I'll do that, and you guys. Why don't you introduce yourselves, talk to each other, share whatever information. Not everyone knows everything that happened, to their characters. Of course, the players know, but yeah, why don't you guys start up that convo?
Well, I'd probably be like, "Who are you guys? How do you get here?"
Better question. How did you get clearance to get here? And who are you? I don't.
I got a promotion. I'm Henshaw, by the way. I'm security at the front door, and Carpenter was dismissed. Thanks to Miss
Well, of
White.
course. Right. Yeah. I think we would recognize you from the front door. You'd probably had greeted us
Oh,
quite often. Yes.
I just
But I
figured.
think, how did you get here?
That's why I say, yeah, I got a promotion. I got clearance now, and you are. Because I don't
Um,
remember you guys, like, you might get past me in your civilian outfit, but then when you get to your locker and put the beekeeper on,
Yeah, we got your helmet
I
on.
don't know who any of you are right now at this point. That's why I'm like, how'd you get here? Or who are you?
Well, of course, and congratulations on your promotion. Dr. Ilias Cade, of course, working the biology and forensic sciences. Yes.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Now I know. Nice to meet you in your outfit or machine now.
yes, quite excited to try this out. Well, I've been looking forward to the day that I finally get out onto the field and using one of these Xeno suits. Amazing technology we have here.
Me as
Fascinating,
well.
really.
Yeah, I couldn't wait either. I've been waiting for promotion my whole life. This is the bee's knees. Bee's knees.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So Mickey will go around and try to like shake everybody's hand. Hi, I'm Mickey.
Wait, Mickey the Canary? Is it? I've worked on quite a few of your specimens, so some of your samples. I thought you were dead. I didn't realize you were
Yeah,
alive.
I get that a lot. People are surprised to see me again.
I ask who's
Tell
Mickey.
me,
He
did
doesn't
you
get in
de
and out, right?
Yep, sorry, go ahead.
No, Mickey doesn't get in and out, right?
No, you've never seen me before.
I interject and I was like, "Who's Mickey?" But then you can go ahead with your conversation. I'm like, "Who's Mickey?"
I'm like, fascinating. Tell me, have you recently developed a rash?
So you actually see it. So do we have the helmets on right now, or
Mickey doesn't. Yeah.
okay? So you actually see the rash, like it's like up his neck now.
Okay.
Once we give the clearance, I'd like to take a swab of that, if you don't mind. I think
Sure, if you can catch
not
it.
to be alarmed.
You might not want to catch that.
And
Well,
hearing
but
that,
you know what I mean.
yeah, hearing that, Moreau would just be like, I'm pretty sure you don't want to catch any rashes.
And he like starts scratching it.
Mickey, you gotta leave it alone, man. Like it's not gonna make it better. I know the temp I will put a cone on you. Do not make me cone you.
I just chime in and
But
be like,
I'm
"That looks
so
bad."
itchy.
Like Bevan, we're in the suits, right? We've already
Yeah,
done.
yeah, you're getting in the
Okay.
suits. Yeah.
So Bevan be walking around. He's like, Bevan Bouchard, you break it, I fix it. And each person he's walking by, he takes his wrench and just gives him a little flick right in the crotch a little bit, just like a little poke check, and moves on to the next. Bevan Bouchard, you break it, I fix it. Ding. Bevan Bouchard, you break it, I fix it. Ding. And just moving around down the line. Just that's how he introduces himself to everybody else.
Uh,
Ooh.
Moreau Carter
Interesting.
also, if you break it, I fix it, but not the same way.
Holy cow!
Mostly
Bro.
me.
How are all you guys getting clearance to this area and I haven't? Oh my gosh!
I think it's called a war of attrition, and we're losing.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't know
what?
if you have the clearance for me to tell you.
Well, I do now, and I flash my badge and my color.
Yeah, I think Eliske would be quite fascinated on any information that if anyone in this group has any information as to what the cause of concern is or what if they've heard anything.
Well, upstairs there was like a large shadow, a lot of debris falling down. I think the building got hit, and then Carpenter engaged some sort of bunker shields on the doors, but they didn't go all the
Fascinating.
way up on one side. That's
Hit
all I
by
know.
hit by what exactly?
I said there was a large shadow in the sky, so I mean, my best guess would be something flying, maybe an
Fascinating.
airplane.
Or an unidentified flying object.
Maybe them
They're
Chitauri come
they're
back
they're
for
called
round two.
UAPs now, just so you know.
I
What's
believe
a
I
U-
would know. Thank you. Yes.
But anyway, he shut it all down. I did not actually get out to see it, and then all of a sudden, here I am meeting you guys again for the first time.
Hmm. Well,
Yeah, the only thing I can add to that is my old Sarge got hit by some sort of projectile or something. He called it a laser, but there was no scorching, no nothing. He's still alive,
really,
but in pretty bad shape. So
Did he have any electrical impulses? Did he stutter? Did he seem to have any loss of movement, or was he clutching his heart as mimicking a heart attack? I wonder.
I mean, he was definitely worse for wear. He was probably feeling some sort of simulated cardiac arrest, but like there was nothing wrong with him. And then I didn't have time to check much beyond that before things went to shit. So
Hmm,
Well,
I wonder.
for swapping stories, we had ourselves a little robot come to life. I'm pretty sure we had her switched off. So there's that.
Yes, the neural network, the cybernetic neural network, I should add, on a specimen that we were investigating, it was just highly classified and should not be shared. Um, Evan, that
Just to share. He's just
yes, it did seem to become operable when it was under heavy sedation. Very curious.
Holy crap! What is going on down here? This is unprecedented. I need to know about this stuff.
Yes, well, usually there is an order or hierarchy for information such as this, and when you're in when you when it's a need to know situation, you will be informed, I'm sure.
I flash my badge like it's high enough now. Even if it isn't, I'm like, my badge changed colors. That's gotta mean something.
Hmm. Curiouser and curiouser. This is quite alarming. And he's I don't know if he has access to any of his papers or works or anything like that. We don't have our like is there any aside from the mech suits here? I'm just curious to know if there'd be any equipment that we could try to access or speak to someone who might have higher access to know what kind of alarm this is. What kind of lockdown situation is this? Under attack, or is there invasion imminent? Is what Cade is sort of cycling in his mind right now.
Yeah, we'll say that Gary is the one who seems to be kind of like in charge, at least for now. And he gives the impression that he is taking orders from someone, but he does not indicate who. He will say things like, our orders are to do this. So it sounds like he's speaking from some place of authority.
And is Dr. Crowder still in the area, or did she and with the therapist as well?
Um,
Are
let's say
they?
she's yeah, at this point, it's once you get into the actual motor pool, like they were kind of like the rally point was just outside the motor pool area. Once you're on the inside, it's just you guys and Gary, will say at this point.
Okay, so Gary would be the all right. Cade may try to approach Gary and see if he can access any information. Now is there, sorry, Gary last name, or is it just what's on the
Uh,
name tag? Or
what's a good
would I know
last
him?
name that starts with G? We
Green?
got a
I don't
Gary
know.
Green?
Greenberg, yeah,
Gary
Greenberg.
Gary Greenberg. Gary
Gary
Greenberg
Greenberg.
it
Love
is.
it.
Write it
Hmm.
down.
And what's his designation? Is it Agent Greenberg or
Uh
Dr. Greenberg?
you would know him as a manager, but no official
Hmm.
sort of designation in terms of title other than
I
that.
would walk up to him and said, Mr. Greenberg, this is Dr. Elias Cade. I'm asking an inquiry as to the situation we find ourselves in. Do you have any information as to what may be attacking, uh, or what is the situation for lockdown?
Well, I suspect I will be able to answer that question as soon as you come back from your reconnaissance mission. So there is the door, and I think now would be a perfect time for you to
Um, Sorry,
Evan's already
in
moving out
in
the
the
door.
field.
He's moving.
yep,
You
just
can't wait to put these things through the bases.
do a once around the block and
Himshaw's
report
just
back
like
here.
doing this with his shield stuff.
Very simple.
Yeah.
Get around.
I'm sure it'll be
Um,
fine.
yes, of course, you are sure it will be fine. However,
Thank
without
you.
having any information,
Thank you.
Devin doubles back, grabs Elias Cade by the back of his ability, starts pulling him out the door as well
I
too.
do
When,
believe this is quite unorthodox. Certain
That's so
information is
Out.
Gary.
and then when the intel sees them moving after he's done playing. He's like, ooh, and then he starts running over that way, like as big as in these heavy, like.
All
It's
right.
quite
So
an
I'm going to share
object.
my screen really quick just to show you the building that we're in and what you need to do. All right. So this is the block you're on. This is the building right here that you are in, with the little green thing out front. This area over here where it's open is where the motor pool will, an elevator will rise up and allow you to go out. There's an actual car park there. There's sort of like one part of the car park that typically what they would do is they would back like an 18 wheeler into there to get like mechs in and out to get them into the field. But there's no 18 wheeler there, so you would just kind of jump right off the little loading bay, and all they want you to do is walk around this block. Either direction.
You know?
You can go west,
Clockwise.
then north, or
Do
east.
I have an idea of like so that from when I was up there visually, do I have an idea of which direction I might have? Could it get us heading in from when I was up front, up top?
Yeah, so you were looking at these windows over here. There was like windows right in front of this little green square. You guys can see my cursor, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you were looking kind of eastward.
So, it looked like it was heading. What would that be then? Is that I can't tell on this map. Is that south?
It looked it's hard to I would say you wouldn't have gotten uh a visual on which direction it was heading. All you saw is that whatever it was, if it was, let's put it this way, if it was something that was moving, then it was big enough that its shadow was there for a while.
Okay.
Um,
All right. Sounds good.
Can
That would
we
be like,
can we
sorry.
see a trail of destruction somewhere? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Bevan.
yeah. At this point, you don't see any like until you actually get outside. Like
I'm sorry. I
we'll
thought we
say
were,
you're in the elevator right now, kind of going up.
Okay.
So as we're going up, Becky's going to ask, "Do you think we have time to stop at the Starbucks?"
There's
I
one
just
on
noticed
every
there's a
corner.
Starbucks right across the street.
Yeah, they're all over the
They're probably
place.
still serving to him.
Listen, Big Bird, if we get it through whatever this is, Starbucks is on me.
That would
Yes.
just be like, all right, boys, give your test tubes a tug there. Let's go take a lap. Keep your eyes open, try to contribute, and find a way to be useful.
As everyone kind of filters out, I think Moreau would sidle up to Mickey and be like, "Listen, I don't know about all these eggheads in these suits.
I don't
Customers
even know
think they're
what that guy's
toys."
saying half the time.
Yeah, and we have a glorified concierge giving us directions. Do what you can to keep everybody alive, and let's just try to get through whatever the hell this is.
Um, if once
You
the
got it.
doors open and things start we get the environmental stimulus as to what's going on, Kay would probably get maybe a little bit of like he hasn't been in the field, so he'd probably look around and ask if anyone had any actual field experience. Before we engage into whatever is out in the environment in the unknown, has anyone been through this type of exercise before?
Oh yeah, I've been out in the field.
Yeah,
I'm not supposed to talk about it though.
I've patched up a few beekeepers, and before that, I was an EMT, and then I was in the war. So, and then I also will just kind of show that I happened to steal one of the aim pistols from my sarge, and like I'll try and do my best.
By in the
Right.
I've got experience at Shake Shack.
Right. I'll just position myself then behind you, I suppose. Please lead the way.
Okay, so with that, the elevator doors open and you head outside. There's still haze and smoke in the air. Uh, there's sounds in the distance of screams, alarms, uh, 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 klaxon sounds, fire trucks, police, but there's nothing like super close to where you are. You can see immediately as you look to the right, you can see there is quite a bit of rubble on this corner. And you look to your left, or actually, sorry, that's as you would be entering, you would look to your left to the east, and you would see the rubble that Henshaw saw come down. But you can see more sort of like in the area to the west. Then when you look up, you can see this building over here by Times Square is canonically where Avengers Tower is. So it's what the H&M building is right in Times Square is the Avengers Tower. There is part of a giant spaceship stuck in part of the tower, and then there's another chunk that looks like it has fallen onto the ground.
Is that normally
Below.
there?
I
Wow.
It's been a while since I've been outside.
I say, okay, guys, looks like we have a DIA Class 13 in progress.
Holy Thor Almighty! What the HE single hockey stick is this?
Oh,
Right.
DIA. That's disaster in action.
And then at this point, you'll hear on your comms Gary speaking. Yeah, make sure you face. Remember, you have cameras mounted on your shoulders. Please face your torsos at what you are looking at. And oh my God, um,
Right. And Cade would see the spaceship as you mentioned, right?
mhm.
He would be like, I knew it. I've been training for this my whole life. Finally. And he would just be drawn towards that, heedless of whatever the rest of the group is doing. He'd probably just start walking towards that.
Okay.
I remember.
Give me a logic check. Target number 12.
I don't think we're gonna get there. Well, all right. We've got actually okay. Sorry, we've got 11. But
Mm,
actually, I'm just checking to see if I have a +1 to logic, which I think I do, which gives so 11 on the dice +1, so it's a 12. Beats
nice.
it.
Oh,
Okay, so as you begin to move, and again, like these suits aren't even like full suits. Like there are parts of your body that are kind of exposed. Like you can use your hands regularly. So if you had a pistol, like you can use that pistol regularly and stuff like that. But it still takes a little getting used to. And there's all sorts of like things that are in your heads up display that are it's like being in a brand new car you've never been in for the first time, and it's all
Mhm.
the HUD's a little different. You do see the uh, the alien finder is kind of going nuts right now. However, there is one thing that your finder is picking up that appears to be like half a block away from you. And then you see a
Mhm.
lot of things that are showing up like in the ship, area in the Avengers Tower. There's all sorts of stuff going on, but there's like one that appears to be relatively close to you, but you don't see anything.
Hmm. It seems that my Xenosuit is picking up some alien signatures coming from the direction of Avengers Tower. Fascinating. Many possible specimens. This is incredible. Gentlemen, I believe our day, this is going to be a monumentalist day. Fantastic. What we've all been looking for, I'm sure. And he'll just start moving
Okay.
towards, see if he can get a further read on those
And
things.
what and we'll say, yeah, so as you guys are coming out over here, we'll say most of them are sorry for all these pop-ups here. Most of them are in this area over here. You're getting all sorts of hits. But you see one that's halfway between in the street. So halfway between the crash site and you.
Okay. So I will indicate that,
Whoops.
it appears we have, I don't know if what the term is, a potential bogey. And he'll sort of point out the location close to the group.
Right. And as you all look in that area, you don't see anything.
Ah, not by Tony's. We can't let Tony's go down.
I know this is exciting, Doctor, but let, please fall back in line. We'll all check it out together, but keep yourself safe. Fall
So
back.
Mickey starts going towards the thing, and he says, "Heads on a swivel, boys." I saw that in a movie once.
Well, yeah, we're not
All right.
seeing what you're seeing there. You might want to take a step back here, and I'll maybe have to take a look at that doohickey of yours. And I might
No,
just like
no,
inspecting.
it's quite it's if I had a distance reader on it to sort of give obviously the metric system, how many meters away it would be from the group?
Let's say that looks like 100 meters.
Okay, so in
So about
American,
330 feet ish.
Yep.
yeah. So what's that like? 60 alligators for you guys? What
It's actually for me, it's 4,000 cannolis.
is it? All right, Dr. K would sort of give it a measurement towards the target, and then caution. Please approach cautiously, and whatever we engage, please um, make sure you try to keep it intact. Try to preserve it.
Well, let's head that way. I've got these neat shields.
All right.
So,
You're up front.
what time of day is it?
This started at lunchtime, so it's
Oh, yeah, yeah, right.
mid-afternoon. Like this hasn't been like
Okay,
that long, so it's like early to mid-afternoon.
okay.
Still bright sky. Okay,
Cranking the heat
so
up on this thing, making
uh,
sure that it's
you
chilly.
guys. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying, I'm trying to turn up the heat on my suit here. If it's a chilly
Yeah.
February morning there, and not all that snow, I'm like, this thing's got a heater on it, right? I'm pretty sure it's got a heater.
All right, so you guys move a little closer,
Yeah, I
and
guess
Yep.
we need an order. Henshaw will be kind of take the lead and take Elias, is it?
It is pronounced Elias. Thank you,
I just remember Cade.
Dr. Cade.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll walk forward. You kind of point me over the shoulder and we'll go that way. So anyway, I guess if you need an order, maybe it's me and then Cade and then whoever else wants to follow. I don't know. Mickey
Well,
might.
I'm already walking towards the, the
Yeah,
thing.
the canary is well out in front.
As I say, follow me, and then I look around and Mickey's already up there and that way. So
he is the canary. And with that, let's roll initiative.
All right.
I think he just does it like automatically. It's distinct to this point.
Just always the first one through the door. Oh, always up front.
okay, Henshaw got an 11.
Oh,
Moreau also got an 11 with a fantastic.
Ooh,
Nice.
Yeah. I copy that. 11 with a fantastic.
Wow, we are
it
just
would have
matching
been 11,
initiatives.
but for the -1.
Well, actually, sorry, I forgot. I have a +1 in vigilance, so that's actually 12 with a
All right, so
marvel.
Cade's
Fantastic.
got a 12. Oh, with a Marvel too.
Yep.
Yeah, Bevan's in the basement with a 10.
And then what did Moreau get?
11 with a fantastic.
So same as Henshaw. Wow.
Yeah,
And then let's see. And then what did Mickey get?
10.
And then Bevan got a 10 as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, we're all right in there. Other than the fantastic that gets the bonus round.
All right. All right. Yeah, all between 12 and 10. Well, unfortunately, on 17, well, geez.
I'll save my comments for my thoughts on the whole bonus round thing, but
Yeah. In this case, yeah, you know what? I'm just this is not by the rules, but this is the way I think it would play out. A bolt of energy uh, comes flying from that area, from the ground, but from an unseen. You just see like a bolt of energy, and you hear what Henshaw would recognize as the same sort of sounds that he had heard of laser fire of some kind happening. Um, and let's get an attack here. Uh,
Oh,
that's actually going to be a miss. It's from a distance, and uh, what we'll say Henshaw is uh, one of the these blasts comes from out of nowhere and hits your shield. Um, and yeah, uh, you can give me a vigilance check. We'll call this target number 12.
well, I got another 11.
Oh,
Not very
Oh,
astute.
Could I help teammate with that Marvel on there or
Um,
anything like that to help with these sensors?
yeah, actually, I'll let you. How about this? Anyone who got a Marvel can make a vigilance check as well.
Okay, doke. Ooh, all right. So I got a 14, but I also rolled another Marvel.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay, this is perfect. Um, okay, we don't need this map for right now. Um, so one thing you notice is as you start to focus on like just look at what you're doing, you can see in your heads up display, it kind of picks up your retinal movement and zooms in, and it's connected to the Detect Supers display that you've got. And you can see the outline of something humanoid through your heads up display.
Okay, so but I'm seeing it like a heat sensor, like a
Uh,
predator type situation.
yeah, it's let's say in my mind it's kind of like a just an outline. It's not like the full heat signature. It's just a little bit of an outline that it's detecting something
Okay.
moving there. Not a lot of detail in that.
But I would be able to tell it's under some sort of cloaking device,
Yes.
it would appear. Okay. Um, so yeah, reading it out, probably I would say to the gentleman, it appears that we've got a an attacking enemy who's using some sort of cloaking device. And if to the best of my ability, sort of pinpoint where that thing is standing, giving directions in terms of space, like if it's in the street, if it's by the sidewalk or the lamppost or wherever it might be, and just sort of give everyone or send them the information if that's possible. If we can share between the aim suits,
Love
if they're
that.
linked that way.
I'd say with two Marvels in a row, absolutely. Um, so we'll say that everyone else in their heads up display, you're able to share that. We'll say that maybe this isn't something you'll always be able to do, but in this case, you know, you figure out how to share that, possibly because of the energy signature. Uh, maybe what's also being picked up is some sort of energy signature that's getting ready for another attack. So it's a combination of like your heads up display with the detects aliens is showing you the general area, and then the suit is kind of adding information from this energy to sort of give you almost like this daredevil kind of view of what's going on. So it's the combination of those things. It's not just the alien detector that's doing this. It's just a happy combination of circumstances there.
Okay, great.
What we'll
Well,
do is we'll let the people with the Marvels, so Cade, certainly you, I'll let you take a full action now in response to this before this enemy uh gets to go. So I'll let
okay.
you.
It seems that my equipment's more scientific than it is combat orientated. I don't think there are I'm sure if you mentioned this, are there built-in weapons?
Nope.
Inherently, no, there's no.
Nope.
So unless I brought it with me.
Right.
Um,
Right. Again, the hands are free.
mhm.
You're probably thinking
just
now
pick up
this
a
was
rock and
meant
throw something.
for people to like hold a regular aim weapon at the same time they're in the suit. But yeah, you
Okay.
don't have a regular weapon on you.
Other than pointing out to where that it's what we're going to call it, an alien, essentially, so
Hmm.
what the machine's picking up. So I'd like to try to mark where that is. So if there's any like concrete dust or anything that's sort of like debris, or water or something that we can just sort of that he would try to do for in an environmental sense, just try to disturb the cloaking device by throwing it on top of that. He'd probably be looking around for that just to try to pinpoint it, unless if that's not a possibility, then he would just and for the and sorry, and not to backtrack, but just to make sure if everyone does have its location based
Hmm.
on what you just mentioned, um, then at this point in time he'd probably just take the dodge action and just
Yeah,
make sure
or what
he's
I
being
could suggest is to put a mechanical benefit to what you're doing because he is still cloaked, which means you'll get
yeah.
anyone attacking would get a trouble on the die. What you could do is pick someone and use the help action to give
Oh,
them
that's
to
right. Yeah.
counteract that by just kind of focusing on their machine and kind
Okay.
of targeting them a little bit more.
Perfect. Let's roll that into the help action then. That
Okay.
specifically, yeah. Just again trying to maybe I look at Henshaw, who I'd see as more of a sort of the one that's sort of taking more of the or maybe even the canary too, if he's up close, but someone just to try to help them mark where that target is,
Mhm.
and then to try to assist them in subduing, and then I'd say like so that sort of give them the direction as to where it is, and then please do try to keep the specimen intact once you've subdued it, but and just give them the location there. So
Yeah, and
if
we'll
they'll
and we'll
accept that
say
as a help action.
that you know just based on the distance that it would have to be somebody with a ranged weapon to
Oh, okay,
kind of get them at least in this round.
okay. In which case I'll just say,
Billy had his hand up.
Well, sorry, can I mention something? And I don't know if you did this by design, and you may
Hmm.
have, and I don't want you realize that I can't use hurled shield deflection because I don't have focus. So that
Yep.
might have to come into play later. So if you
Yep.
that's my otherwise I was going to say maybe it should be shield bash, which is
Yeah.
all good if you designed it that way. So
Yep.
okay.
Yep. That's what I said. Like we'll pay attention to those
Yeah.
borrowed rules. However, you know, we 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 can progress towards rank one and then having focus, uh,
So
okay.
I can
sooner
use
rather
shield
So
than later.
deflection. I cannot use hurled shield deflection currently.
Right.
So I have a pistol though.
You
So
do.
Okay,
Yep.
so if I saw Henshaw with the pistol, I would try to give him the help action, indicate where it is, and say, try not to explode anything until I finish swabbing it, and then let him know where that is.
Okay.
Okay, and then if I've got movement, I'd probably just try to pace myself backwards, so away from whatever fired that bolt.
Okay. All right. So that was Cade, and we have Henshaw can go next.
well, and as he was
Uh,
saying that, I'm pulling out my pistol. I was like, so you want me to
Mhm.
shoot it? Where?
Yeah, and again, in your heads-up display, you can kind of see this vague outline.
Okay.
So normally you would have trouble on attacking something that you're aware of but is invisible. But in this case, with the heads-up display, it's a straight roll. You'll have to
Okay.
advance forward to get a little closer to get a good shot.
Okay. Because I thought the detection thing was in his heads up, so we can actually see it
Yeah,
too.
yeah. So that with his
Well,
two, yeah, with his two back-to-back marvels, he was able to extend
Okay.
that so
Okay.
everyone can at least see where it is. Again, he's still invisible, but at least you're aware of his presence
Okay.
at this point.
I apologize if I didn't catch that in
Oh,
the
that's
first
okay.
time.
No, yeah, it's a weird thing, and this isn't really a
yeah.
mechanic that is spelled out in the rules. So,
Okay. So again, I'm gonna be like, okay,
so Billy, you
yeah.
said you had zero focus. Is that because of your vigilance?
No, it's because we're rank 0.
Rank 0, you have no focus.
yeah,
Yeah, but the
sorry,
minimum.
you can't spend any
Well,
focus
yeah.
because you can only spend
Yeah.
five
Well,
focus
that's
per
what it is. I
rank.
can't spend focus. Yes.
Right.
Oh, sorry. That's right. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I need in order to use the hurled shield deflection, I need at least 5 focus to spend. I don't have it. But anyway, so I'll fire my pistol.
Okay.
Doesn't require any. Ooh, I got a 2-1-1. Ooh.
Oh,
So that is
That's-
I need to hit the range. So that ain't even gonna hit even with help.
so by 2-1-1, you mean like a
Not a
one
marvel.
two one?
I got two on the yellow and on the Marvel guy. I got a two, and then one's on the other.
Oh, so you
Wow,
got,
that's
oh shoot,
literally
what
the
did we call
worst.
that?
Yeah.
An ultimate mundane
Yeah.
failure.
Yeah.
I'm making that a thing.
Ultimate
Uh,
mundane.
Well,
So
you have the
it's
help
bas-
action reroll.
so yes, I do have
yeah.
that.
Roll that into Marvel.
I rolled into a 4.
Okay.
We
All
any
right.
closer? Like if it would help teammate.
Right now, I got a 6, 7. I got a 6. Oh, yes, because my agility is -1.
Oh shoot.
It's probably going to
Oh,
take a couple of what you if you want to use those reactions. Hey, it's a bonus
Hold on.
round. It's a bonus round, so you can use. Don't have to worry
Man,
about wasting them.
do I want to use my karma now? I don't know. I'm going to hold on to
no,
it.
you use your help teammate. So if Cade still has a reaction he can use in this
Yeah.
round, he'll definitely try to uh in the encouragement of giving him the aim action as well, just sort of shoot out some sort of location, as in if he's standing by a vehicle or a lamppost or by the Starbucks, and give him precise pinpoint as sort of distance location as to where that might be,
Yeah.
to try to help him out.
Yeah, we could even
Avoid
say
that
this is
shot.
like a little bit out of what his normal range would be if he ever did go to a shooting range, which he clearly needs to. So you would you would figure out how to compensate a little bit and move like there's a little targeting thing, kind of like move it up a little bit so he knows he's got to aim a little
Yeah.
higher than he had been before.
Question for
So,
intro. Would this be your first time firing a pistol?
possibly.
Yeah.
And I don't. Too bad I don't have quick learner. No, if I failed and then go. Anyway, I'll re-roll my other one here. My
Okay.
one here. I rolled it into a 6, so
All right.
I've got a 11 altogether now. 4 on the Marvel, 6, 4, 2, 4, 12, 11.
11 is going to hit.
Okay,
Nice.
Just barely.
Nice.
Done.
I think I hit something. So 4 on the Marvel die.
Okay. And then -1 on the damage, right?
Yes.
All right. 3 big points of damage.
I hit something. Thanks,
You did.
Kate.
All
Excellent.
right. We go to Moreau.
Yeah, so Moreau has been kind of watching as this unfolds, and is going to knows that he's got a pistol as well, and is going to kind of go up right next to Henshaw and do much the same. Question, Fuzzy.
Mm-hmm.
We had mentioned that it was a pretty cold New York day. Does
Mm-hmm.
that mean that it was snowing?
Oh, yeah. We'll say there's definitely snow on the ground. Yeah.
Okay, so as Moreau is taking the shot, he's going to just holler back to everyone like, get the thing out in the snow. We can track it by its footprints, and then take the shot.
Okay. Target number is 11.
And that is just 11.
Wow. 2 near hits. All right. What's the damage on that?
Looks to be 5.
Okay. All right. So that was the 3 folks in the bonus round. I'm going to say this guy kind of went out of order a little bit. So we're going to go back to Cade
Mhm.
on 12.
Okay. Hearing that order to again get him out in and use the environment to sort of pinpoint where this guy is. Yeah, that's a fantastic option. So he's definitely acting hostile. And maybe he and then at the same time he's just like, maybe we do need to introduce ourselves as well. So could I attempt a, what's it called? Goading? Or do I have to hit him first in order
If
as
it's
a
a taunt,
reaction
you
to
have to
use
hit him.
that?
Yeah, you
Or
can do
taunt,
Taunt.
sorry.
Oh,
Taunt
taunt.
is
Yeah.
what it's called. Yeah. Okay, so we can't do that. All right. Okay. Shoot. Okay. Maybe I'll try to give the uh sorry for the repeat here, but I'll try to give the help action since I'm not armed. I'll try to give the help action to Moreau.
Mhm.
Since seeing that he may have landed a slightly better shot, and then again, taking his sort of lead there. If there's anything I can do to sort of again well, I guess I don't know, try to lead him out. So maybe I'll just sort of stand out. Well, not standing out in the open. That seems a bit silly, but yeah. Sorry. I guess all I can do is just sort of move out of the way and just give him the help action at this point in time. But again, with the sensors up, hopefully targeting this guy. Maybe
Okay.
that'll help.
All
Sorry.
right. So
That's all I can
help
do.
action goes to Moreau, and it is Henshaw's turn on 11.
I'll fire again.
All right.
And if I succeed, we'll see what happens here. Oh man, 6, 7, so 6 altogether.
Oh, jeez.
So,
Wow. No. No.
uh,
Do we want to try help teammates to try and hit 11? I mean, if you a 1 into a 6
it,
and you can do it, right?
it was almost the exact same roll. Well, no, this time I got a 4 on the
Wow.
marble. This time, before initially, I didn't the first time.
Right.
Actually, Elise Cade might be moving towards him and just might try to grab the pistol from
Yeah, because Moreau at this point is like shouting, "Save your bullets for when they're closer." Like, just,
I was like, but I hit him the first time with some help. So okay.
How do reactions work in this scenario? Because we went through a round already.
Yep. So yeah.
So I
So
came back. Do
reactions
I have
are
another
back. Yeah.
reaction?
Yep.
I'll be the
Yep.
reaction guy. I'll help. I'll give him the help teammate.
All right.
He's behind me like.
Yeah, just sort of holding up. Maybe with
Kind of point.
hold your elbow up a little. Yes.
Okay, re-rolling the
Feet
one.
apart. Feet apart. Feet apart.
I re-rolled the 1 into another 1.
Oh my God. Henshaw sucks at shooting.
I'm sorry.
It's awesome.
Maybe this is
I
the
mean,
karma situation.
But listen, though, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
It makes perfect
It
sense.
actually really does for his
I don't-
character. Yeah, his first time out in the field, finally gets some action. It's just you just see like plumes of snow from like 50 feet behind him, you know, puffing up. All right, Moreau.
Did I hit him?
Moreau, you've got a help
that's
action
negative.
on this, a help action on this. So
yeah. So watching these shots go wide from Henshaw, I think I'm like, well, I guess it's gonna have to. I guess I'm gonna have to be the sharpshooter here, and I'm just gonna fire again.
all right.
Are we advancing forward when we're doing this, or are we keeping our distance? Like, sorry, how close were we to this guy when you first?
Some of you, I know, Henshaw had been moving forward to get closer. I think Moreau did as well, just to get within. You know,
All right.
I'm not keeping tight track, but to get within
Yeah.
pistol range, you know, I got to get a little closer. Yeah.
Cade would have been stepping up with them.
Yeah. All right. So I got a 9 with the Marvel.
Ooh.
So, and I have the help action. So I think I'm just gonna roll again for that 1. And it's a 3.
That should get you to 11.
Yeah. So the damage
Nice.
is what? 3 times 2 is 6 plus. Ooh, no, I'm doing that wrong. 6 times 2 plus the
I think it would just be
1.
6 times 1.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's
And-
doubled. So whatever the
Yeah,
score is,
6
so if
times
it's
1
6,
plus.
Plus the 1 from the pistol damage.
Okay.
so
So
7 doubles, so
14.
14
Yeah.
damage.
Nice.
beauty.
Wow.
Big hit.
How is it that the nurse, or excuse me, the nurse on this sheet is shooting better than the security guard? No, I'm just kidding. Awesome.
I've been in combat, my friend.
Mhm.
So it's his combat experience coming back just naturally.
I'm like, how are you?
Muscle memory.
Don't worry about it, Henshaw. I'll get you to the range when we're back.
All right. So with that, what we're gonna say is his cloaking kind of begins to short circuit a little bit at this point and falls. And you can see in front of you now a reptilian bipedal creature, human-ish size.
Fascinating. Cold-blooded animals surviving in these temperatures. Fascinating.
Uh, Four fingers on each hand, two toes on each foot, green scales, not not dressed for these temperatures for sure. In fact, this particular one is wearing very little in the way of clothing, bare chested, no boots, shoes, footwear of any kind. Little more than almost like a loincloth and some bracers, almost looking very primordial in the or ancient in the way they're dressed. Nothing modern about them. No insignias or anything like that on their person. And to give you a sense of kind of what they look like, it's a little
Come on, be Gorn.
Yeah,
something like that.
what
And
was smoking him?
let's
Could be a
give
natural defense.
Dr. Cade a logic 12
Hmm.
check.
There we go. We got a +1 to it, so not bad. So 12, 13, 14, 15 is my
Oh,
total number, and a 6 on the Marvel, if that helps.
yeah. So you recall, your specialty was the brood, right?
Yes. So Cade's backstory is essentially that he had some documents, maybe even classified, or maybe he got them through some illicit way where he was able to study or research some brood DNA, some specimens. He is aware that there are other aliens that may have come to Earth, or at least suspects some. Now, I'm not sure if in our universe there was the Avengers where the Chitauri came to Earth with in the first Avengers movie. I'm not sure if that exists in our realm right now. Question
Um,
mark.
let's keep it comic booky unless yeah, let's keep it comic booky.
Okay.
Unless we consciously say so. Yeah, so let's say by default, uh, the MCU Battle of New York did not happen.
Oh,
But
okay. Okay.
what I will say is that in your research on the Brood, you uh, tried to get as much access as you could from sources of any interactions that other people have had, other humans have had. And you are aware of a one-time temporary alliance that the Brood had with a race known as the Badoon.
Oh.
And there was, and you remember the description of the four fingers and the two toes and the very warlike personalities that they had. So it was that description that rings a bell. We'll say you don't know much about them other than very uh,
Okay.
warlike.
Perfect. Yeah, yeah. So in his research studies, he's learned that there may be some other species out there, and then yeah, so he's definitely getting some in seeing this reptilian in dressed in his regalia or his primal regalia. He would be definitely focusing back through his research, and I guess a spark or a note came to him. And would he know it by name? Would he?
Sure.
Do
Yeah.
you think? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Why
the word Badoon just slips out of his mouth. And then focusing on those notes, you just sort of see all these things, just these flash before his eyes, all these notes that he's taken, sort of Matrix style. And then he'd mentioned uh, to the group that they're definitely dealing with an unknown alien species known, possibly referred to as the Badoon. Would he have any DNA information on it to know if they're like sort of cold-blooded, if they'd be slowed by this temperature?
Yeah,
Would he
let's
sort of
say you can take a round to think on that,
okay.
and maybe we'll make another logic check. But for now, let's go to Bevan on 10. And
Would
he is visible now.
Okay, perfect. So I'll hear Elias Cade say Badood, and all Bevan's hearing is make him go boom. And he starts charging forward. Would I be able to ram him? Or in my verbiage, would I be able to um, body check him?
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Sweet.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So full action, full movement, and full reaction. Putting everything into actually giving this guy a full like body check, just going right into this guy.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a target number is 11.
Melee is my jam. Oh, sweet. Well, kind of sweet. I got a 6 on the Marvel die, 4 on the other two, so that is an 11 exactly.
Okay. That's a
So
hit.
4 plus 1, yeah, it's 11.
And we'll say that you're essentially using your suit as the weapon here.
That, and I've got
Uh,
my wrench in front of me
oh, we
too.
Would
got
it
the
be a
yeah, no,
ram?
fine,
Would,
fine. Yeah, yeah,
would it
yeah,
be a ram
yeah. That's fine.
attack?
Yeah.
That's what, yeah,
Oh,
I've
yeah,
got my
yeah,
frame.
yeah. That's what
I'm
he said.
framing it
Yep,
as a body check or a cross
yep,
check or whatever. Yeah, it does the most damage there.
yep.
Maybe I can
So,
cross check, a flying cross check right into his face or
so
something.
double damage even without the you didn't get a Marvel, right?
No,
Yeah.
no, but
Okay.
I got 6.
But still
So
double damage. Yeah.
yeah,
And you'll take
so
some of that. You'll
yeah,
take the
so
Regular
six.
damage.
7, so it'd be a 14. So 14 damage to him, and I take
You
7.
take 7.
But I've already took 4. Did I take 4 earlier on?
I don't.
I think it was 4 or something to that
Yeah,
effect.
he
Either
did.
way,
Yeah.
yeah. So if I
Because
take 7 on top of that, I think I'm going unconscious after this hit as well.
Nope, because the suit
Worth
you
it.
have the tech, you have tech reliance.
you also have
Oh, that's
sturdy.
true.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got sturdy
Uh,
as well, right? Yeah. So
oh, sturdy.
you'll take
Yeah.
Nothing, right?
Well,
Well,
we said it's gonna be 1 point of
you'll take
damage.
just the one, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
that's
Yep.
better than you going unconscious.
Oh,
Yep.
thank you for
I
reminding me.
also have let's go if all else
Yeah.
failed. So
Oh, he's just ready to stick you with that adrenaline meter.
Nice.
The beauty, another 14 damage goes through. Yeah. So
That's
great.
awesome. Well, I'll tell you this. Without the ram, he would not have gone down. So with the ram and the double damage, that takes you just over the 30 health, and he goes down.
Beauty.
And Shaw's like, woohoo!
We did it, guys.
drop it like it's hot.
And we're coming to the end of our time here. So let's cut to a more of a cinematic completion here. So with that Badoon going down, you can see him. First of all, you don't have to go all the way around with what just happened. You can just go right back and say, that was enough that we saw. There's no way to really get around anyway. Reconnaissance is done and head back. And if you wanted to, you could grab the Badoon
Do you want to? Yep.
body.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Copy
Right.
jumped out of his chair almost there.
Paige,
Moreau's
like,
less
dragging
interested
by
in the
his-
Badoon than the weapons. If there's any sort of weapons or armor, like that's got to come with us
Yeah,
for sure.
he has a weapon. Marvel
Nice.
fans would know is called the basic weapon. Very awesomely named weapon from the Badoon there. He also does seem to have some kind of belt device. Actually, I should have done this. Let's rewind just a little bit. I did forget about this. Yeah, this is kind of important. Apologies. So you do the ram on him. He goes down. And then he looks up at you, and you get a little bit of a laugh coming from him. That almost sounds like the Predator
Yeah.
laugh when he was laughing in was Billy? Was that the character's name? Billy? I know the actor's name was Sonny. In the Predator, the
Yeah,
Native
Billy was
American guy.
the Indian.
Yeah.
Billy was the Indian.
Yeah. So you hear him go, ha, 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 ha. And then boom, the belt on him blows up.
Can
You
I
said that.
interpose?
It's only
Okay.
I didn't roll, so you're a little too far away. He did a full
Yeah, full 2
a
movements.
full
then,
one.
and then-
I only rolled the 2
Okay.
with the sturdy. You only take 2 points of damage,
Okay, no problem.
but you do take
As he
that
starts
2
laughing,
health.
Bevan be chirping back. Whatever, and he blows up.
I just wanted to do something this
Yeah,
combat.
sorry. Yeah, that's
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, you body checked
3
him
people
into
with a
next
Marvel.
After the
Was
explosion.
tough.
After the explosion, there's just Canary running up and then diving after the fact. Like, "Ah, I got you." Just lands on top of the Badoon.
Um,
Effort there, bud. Appreciate it.
I said I needed to swab that before you exploded it.
there are
Whatever.
parts of Badoon that you could pick
All
up
over
a
me.
limb or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Parts right here.
Let me
Got parts
get
here.
you back to the lab. Come on.
yeah, and we'll say
So,
you can grab the weapon
oh,
as salvage as well. Actually, Mickey, if you want, you can. We'll say that the gun sort of lands near Mickey's feet, and you can go ahead and pick up that.
okay. I don't know if I'll keep it, but I'll at least grab it for now.
Yep.
And then
Definitely
I'm
interested in
Mickey's looking
examining
for
it.
like a shopping bag or something on the ground to like start picking up pieces of the Badoon because he
Thank you,
said he
Mickey.
wanted specimens.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, we'll say
Mr.
there's enough. What we say? There is a Tony's restaurant near there.
Yeah.
Mr. Starbucks.
Sure, why not? Yeah, yeah. There's you can head in there
Goes into
Get a little.
Tony's and like, can I get a carry out bag?
and um, yeah. So let's end it there. It's midnight on the dot.
Right.
So let's say you have bits of a Badoon. You have the knowledge that a spaceship crashed into Avengers Tower. You have taken a Badoon weapon as salvage, and we'll share kind of what that does offline. And you guys turn around and hustle back to the that side entrance. Your security automatically opens up the elevator sort of doors. You're able to head in, and like 30 seconds have passed essentially after all of this, and you're coming back like completely frazzled. Like, what the fuck?
A little
And
bit. Got some blood coming down my nose, whatever, like that, and just
yeah, missing a tooth.
yeah, for sure. That'd be fine, man. That one, yeah, it was already missing. I just took out
Right,
the
yeah.
prosthetic that fell out. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
looking
that
over
went
at
way better than my last mission.
He survived.
Right, and
looking
that
over at Will.
everyone's coming back, and not just you alone.
Yeah. Hey, let's
Um,
change pace.
all right, so yeah, let's call it there. Thanks for listening, and if you guys have any comments, questions, anything like that, any of the NPCs are to your liking, and you'd like to help collaborate, please reach out and check out the Discord if you'd like to be a part of this insanity. And we'll see you next time. We're going to take a week off for the Super Bowl, and we'll be back in 2 weeks. Thanks, everybody.
That's good. Take
Thanks,
care.
Fuzzy. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.